we are streaming to the world.
Hop up
so
to stage
yes,
1, Spyro.
yeah, you guys go and watch Goku Dolls or whatever it's called.
No, I'm not
and
putting that on. He has to watch that in his own time.
Yes, yeah, either that or, of course, interspecies thingies. Or
Yeah, I fucking
reviewers.
watch that with people, Trig. That's another one you watch in your own time.
Because you need some me time with. You need some alone time with that one. Yeah.
Literally nothing happens.
The fucking egg laying episode in that one is
wow. Boy, that was spicy. Oh no, he left. It became too much.
Right now I'm really.
Oh god, I have to go see this now.
I'm really glad I was saying that whilst actually streaming. So yes, welcome to the stream. It's episode part 17 of the Yesrallaw episode spin-off of this, that, and the other. And yes, we are a bunch of anime degenerates.
I still have to watch Najika Blitz Tactics.
Najika Blitz Tactics is fucking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Total fan service, don't care, brilliant. Where were we? Last week? Last week you guys delivered statues. You only broke about 5 of them. But yes.
We were asked to deliver 6. We delivered 6.
You did indeed deliver 6. You got to essentially see the setup for the current the other campaign that we're running. And you got to meet Michael again in a different skin suit, it seems. Looking very familiar, but different. And unfortunately unable to keep life back there. Yes, he the wrong time and place for him to be in possession of that. But enough of that. I can't give away too much of a storyline, because that's actual plot now. That has become an important plot line in both.
Trig and I have incorporated that into the grand story.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, you have literally changed the way worlds work by that action. So you're back. You've come back to the bishop's castle. Or palace, or whatever. I know it's still the dodgy little fort, but I will use another image in a minute once you get inside, and it will magically transform into a palatial kind of setting, which you'll go, we're back here again, because I can't be asked. Well, actually, no, I could be asked to get more images, but because I don't have a premium account on Roll20, it keeps on telling me I've used all the images I can use, and I have to delete some. So, I didn't, and you're going to have a few recycled scenes, I'm afraid, at this point. But I think about a week and a half has passed in you travelling down the Hall of Worlds, off to ancient Greece, fighting Medusa, having a burger at a sort of nth dimensional burger joint, meeting a Tarrasque. Yeah, Chase, you missed meeting a tiny little Tarrasque curled up at the fireplace.
I'm not entirely sure that Chase is aware of what a Tarrasque is.
I know what a Tarrasque is. Don't worry.
Yep.
The player or the character?
What? It's a monster. The fuck are you talking about?
I know you're a monster, but you the monster, the player, or you the monster, the character knows what a Tarrasque is.
Oh, my character does not know what a Tarrasque is, unless it's common knowledge in Urrikburg. But it's probably not, so I don't know.
I think the existence of such things, if they are known, which they seemed to be heard of, because Grigori had heard kind of them. I think they're going to be somewhat of a legend.
I'll put some context into this for you.
Go on then.
The Tarrasque is kind of like the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yes.
It's something that a lot of people will likely have the barest understanding of, in that they know it is a thing that probably exists, but that's about it.
Okay, then I sort of know about its existence, but I don't really know a lot about it.
It's like Santa Claus. If Santa Claus was a gigantic monster that ate cities,
I hope it's not like the Epic of Gilgamesh, because then it would be made very boring.
You know what? Yeah, that was a long evening. That was. Thank God there was beer available that evening.
Not enough.
Not enough beer.
And in at least one person's case, they left with negative beer.
In one person's case, there was too much beer, and then they ran out of beer because yes, well, poor Scrump was but anyway.
Isn't he always ill?
No, he. Ooh,
oh,
boy,
you meant
was he.
physically?
He was very drunk. He was
You
very,
meant physically. Oh,
very,
okay.
very, very drunk that evening. It's a good evening. But yes, some people needed sort of holding up. That's why you don't let the general public buy you beers when you're, internet famous. Suddenly you end up with too many beers. Not that that's a possibility. Anyway, it happens. Carrying on.
First world problems.
Indeed. You're back at the bishop's house. He's given Jock is there. He's given you some nice little trinkets, bag of rings. You've all gone ooh ring and put them on and divided them equally amongst you. And pretty much at that point, he's going to pick up Patrick and bugger off.
Oh, quick thing before he leaves. I was sort of wondering about my ring, or it doesn't really have to be with Jock or whatever. But I was just wanted to know if it's just I have to wear I put the ring on and then I turn invisible, or is it just I have the ring on and I can turn invisible whenever I want?
You need to. It's kind of like, as far as I know, it's a bit like the ring in Lord of the Rings. It's a stick it on your finger and you go boom, invisible.
Because it says while wearing the ring, you can turn invisible as an action.
Okay, in that case, no. Yeah, you can stick it on your finger, wander around, and as it says there, as an action, right. My action this round is I'm going to turn invisible. And
okay, cool. Just to have that clarified.
Right. So, is there anything else you need to do? Any bit of the business you want to do with Jock, or is he just going to pick up his friend Patrick and create a door in the middle of nowhere and fuck off? Because he's going to do
Jock,
that.
it's been fun, grand old adventure indeed. If you ever need some people to move some statues or something else, give us a call.
Hey, if I've got 12 spare and I only need 3, I'll give you a call.
We'll make sure to have a what was that thing that we used again?
What, the sack barrow?
Yeah, we'll make sure to have a bigger sack barrow next time.
Indeed, yes. Aye, that was a handy wee device you got there. Haven't seen one of those for at least a couple of 100 years' time.
Perhaps one of our friends can make something that's a bit more useful, or at least stronger than that. But we haven't been able to find him he hasn't been here for like the last months. I miss Gunnar.
I tell you what, lassie, if you can make things like that, why didn't you go for a forklift truck or something?
What's a forklift truck?
Forklift truck?
What is that?
Of course, you don't know. Right, well, it's kind of like the same thing, but a bit bigger and mechanized.
What is that? Do we know what mechanized is?
Of course we do.
Yes, we were at the workshop and we had an artificer.
Yeah, I don't know if that would count as mechanized.
A mechanism in it.
Yes.
Okay.
You'd probably assume
You've
that
seen
anything
gears and
capable
cogs.
of using a mechanism would be approximately the size of a small house and would be wholly inappropriate for such a task as that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
seeing this,
way too big for
guy's
statues.
sword, I think we know that he can get a smaller one than that.
Anyway, are you and Patrick joining us against this Demon King then?
Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that. The monitors will right proper fucking do me one for that one. I can't be messing around with things. That's your battle. That's your battle, lassie. You go and do that. Do him proper for us, and but I can't. No, sorry.
I know it might be a bit wrong to ask just after you've given some of this gifts to us, but is there something that we can if there's is there something that you can give us else other than that, maybe advice or something else that could help us with the Demon King?
Advice with the Demon King. Aye. Ooh, let me have a think about that. The Demon King, he's that Bacchus cunt, isn't he? He's partial to the old wine and women and stuff. But what I'd advise is, if you can, try and get him on his own. He's got, generals and soldiers and armies and stuff like that. You don't want to be fighting huge amounts of them, because he can call and keep on calling them. But wee young lassie over there's got a way of stopping him from popping in out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was about to say we have something to stop it, but do you? No, you probably don't know. Like, no, never mind that. If you know, maybe know any other weakness of him or something.
Weakness.
Any information that you can tell us.
Let's have a think about that. No, I would just suggest you kill him as quickly as you can, and be careful with him. He's quite the charismatic bastard. He might talk you into turning on your friends.
Now that you mention it, we were asked to hear out a request from him. Siri and I.
Aye, and who told you that?
The spy master of him. His spy master.
His spy master asked you to have a chat with him and see what it's. Yeah. Well, she would do that. Yes. Aye.
No, I'm putting 2 coins together. Yeah. That's something that we might want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hearing anything he's got to say if I were you. I know you could try sticking some cheese in your ears or something. That way you can't talk to you. But aye, be careful around that one. He's a bit on the tasty side, and from what I hear, he's proper pissed at you lot.
Yeah, that figures. We sort of we sort of got his daughter in.
Yeah. You fucked up his daughter, and you didn't kill her, and you let they go away, and oh dear, bit of a mess that was. Anyway.
Well, it was either us dying or not. So.
I know these things happen, but aye. From I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this for free. If you don't pick when and where to fight him, he's gonna pick.
Yep.
Anyway, you've got what you need, I'm sure, if you pick the place right. And I think the young Bish over there can maybe put you in touch with someone from around here that might be able to help you. But it's a proper pickle, mate. It's a proper pickle. But you get it done, and someone will get you home. I know that's what you want. And if they can't, well, come and speak to me. I can get you home. Bish knows how to find me. Right, Gene.
Thank you very much for the work that you've given us and the advice.
Cool.
Yes, and give my regard to that red gentleman fellow at the restaurant. Quite a fine person, if ever I do say so myself.
Gargarax! You like him, do you? Aye. Aye.
He definitely has a good sense of style, you'd have to admit.
Oh, that he does. You seem to share a taste in hats. Anyway, if there's nothing else I can do for you, I'm gonna do one. Patrick.
Do what?
I'm gonna fuck off. God, he's fucking
I
English.
see.
I don't understand a fucking word. Do you speak English, lad? Lass. Is it lass? Is it lad? I sometimes forget. You are a little one.
I suspect that you may also forget the time you are in.
Yeah, it does get a wee bit confusing at times. Aye. Right, anyway. You know how it is. Places to go, planets to rule, etc. Right, I've got to fuck off. I'll leave you to it. Best of luck. And yeah, Bish, Gene, dude. I'll see you later, mate. And Gene the Armagnac looks sort of oh yeah, indeed, yes. Good to see you again, Jock. And at which point Jock basically sort of rubs his wrist, and a door appears directly behind him, out of nowhere. Another one, big fucking door. He opens it, and the moment he steps through, he and the door fuck off.
I point to I what is it? I move to go and I tell him, you do know that hat is from Gargarex, right? I'm fairly sure
Well, of
that he's the
course, I
one who
mean,
brought.
it pretty much says it on the label on the side, of course.
Oh yeah.
You know, the old adage, finders keepers and all, I'd say is probably more happy with me for now. And the old gargoyle fellow didn't seem too upset about that, did he?
No, which is the weird part. But I guess it's
Oh,
nothing.
why would that be so weird?
I don't know. I would
Would
want
you
my
not
job
try
back.
to receive? Would you not try to retrieve something that had been taken from you?
Exactly.
I didn't take anything from him. He left it behind. It would have been a crime to leave such a good hat to gather dust and moss on it, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
I guess. It would be a shame of such an interesting hat.
You're not jealous, are you?
Oh no.
I mean, if you'd like, you could try it on. Garrow will take off the hat and hold it out to you to try.
No, fine. No, thank you. I'm fine.
Well, if you change your mind, it's the offer's gonna be very much open.
I'll keep it in mind.
Right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think we've got a bit of a fight to get ready for.
Certainly seems like it.
Yeah. About that, how are we gonna do that? Maybe. Oh no, somebody's starting to drug. We're gonna have to. I want to keep his keep what is it? Jock's advice and maybe figure out a plan to get that demon lord. What? Why do we keep? Why do I keep calling the demon king? This is getting too anime-ish.
Well, Bishop Jean, what say you? Do you have any spare troops that could help support us in this most righteous of quests?
Indeed, we came here to raise an army, did we not?
He agrees, and he is very, very happy to assist you with a couple of Knight Paladins. He is also able to. He's also spoken with during the time in a way. long and hard with Mike Rochburns. And
What did he say?
Mike Rochburns of the Visitors is happy to come along with himself and another cleric, and perhaps a paladin with him, and they've also sent off word to a friend of the bishops, a certain chap called Bertrand. Bertrand, also known as the Black Dog of the Bruchelande. He is a general in the French army, but he is known to be a good and loyal servant of France to the bishop, and he thinks he can trust him.
A good and loyal servant to France, or a good and loyal Christian?
He is someone that is going to be able to help you, though he doesn't know anything about this Christianity lot.
It's still called Christianity, right? It's just that Mars is the boss.
It's sure. Let's run with that as it is.
Did you give it a proper name? Because I think we called it Catholicism.
I think
in one of the first episodes, and
we did. We're going to run with that for the time being. It will do. It will, yeah, because otherwise it's Martians, and that just sounds weird.
Given the no, it's fine. We're off to destroy the demons and save the Martians. It's great, but these
chances
demons
are coming from the heavens of Mars is 1,000,000 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Trick.
Yes.
The Greek equivalent to Mars is Ares, correct?
Ish, sort of. Ares is a bit different from Mars in many ways, but sure.
these
demons.
Arianism? What?
That's
these demons. This demon king even is supposedly persuasive. Does this retinue we have contain any paladins of devotion who might give us resistance to charming effect?
Well, let's have a wee look at that. God damn it! I've got stuck in my dodgy Scottish accent. Once I start with a Scottish accent, it's kind of difficult to stop.
Then I go off like that.
It's a nightmare. I've had him stuck on it for 3 days before. It's horrific.
You wait till I start doing an Irish one. That's a right bugger. Let's have a quick look at the Archbishop's Paladins, because
accent got started. She just got stuck in it.
Because you'll find that the Knight Paladins of the Archbishop are actually Oath of Devotion Paladins.
Mm.
And they are level 12 Paladins.
If they're at least level 7, then we are immune to charm by standing within 10 feet of one.
Which is why I'm going to switch an aura effect onto these guys. And
I say we make our march on Paris.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm sort of now doubting on. What would be the wisest thing, luring him out, or us going into the hole of the proverbial devil? What do we know about the people that are in Paris? How many troops are in there? Is there a way that we can divert some of the French forces that are probably most likely in demonic hands to somewhere else?
Well, speaking above board for a moment, the French king knows that we're coming for him.
he does.
Yeah.
And he's had a week or two to to have a think about that as well.
So he knows that we're coming for him. And he expects us to go to him.
Yeah.
We know that he expects us to come to him. So if we can come up with a proper strategy for exploiting that expectation, then we may be able to do something rather useful.
That's what I was thinking of. Also, that's a very nice hat you're drawing there, Kiki.
Huh?
Oh, is it S?
Maybe. Always blame us.
Usually.
It's a good rule of thumb. You're out and about, you're shopping, the price of toothpaste is slightly higher than you expected, blame us.
Absolutely. Well, the bishop is going to suggest that you pop inside and maybe have a spot of luck. He's expecting to hear word from Bertrand at some point within the next day or two. He did send word to him a few days back, and he was hoping he would have arrived by now. But he's really is expecting him at any point in time, and once he's arrived, well, then they can you can perhaps plan things a little more thoroughly, as he's got a large control over much of the armed forces of France. I think he can rustle up an armed insurrection in terms of armies, but perhaps something along the lines of some sort of small force might be able to get you in through the door, so to speak, or some other plan.
Like the thing that is currently in my head is making a diversion that somehow gets them to think, wait a second, there's a giant force outside of Paris. We need to send our defenses to that.
I don't think we have a need
I
for
don't think
cowards
we
tactics.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we do. We get a large group of carpenters together, and we make a giant horse.
Don't know, maybe some kind of rabbit.
Well, I was thinking more of a hare.
But what style of hair?
But then we've got to go
Bit of a
through the
fade.
main gate. If we make like a wooden seagull, for example, then we can propel ourselves over the battlement.
No, a seagull is too small. We need a swallow.
We could do 2 seagulls and tie ourselves between them.
Ooh.
God.
I feel I've missed something.
Don't worry about it, Garo.
Hold on a second.
Perfect timing. This one was spot on.
Right. Okay. Perfect. There is, at this point, whilst you are talking nonsense, a shout from one of the lookouts. Riders approaching, sir.
On the storm?
Riders,
Shall we
indeed.
man our cannon?
Only 3 men. And suddenly there's a loud bash on the gate, and some muffled announcements are made, and fuck it, I'm gonna expedite things a little bit because drivel was happening. So there is a man standing at the gate in full plate armor. He is dismounted from his horse. And he is standing there with 2 French lancers in fairly impressive regalia. And he's just going to... There's a stride in, rather as if you know what, as if he's the most fucking important person that he is aware of. Think, Lord Flashard.
Who?
Ah, yes.
And
Did someone say who? And can we kick them?
He did. And at which point Jean goes, Bertrand, where have you been? And he goes, where haven't I been? Woof.
Woof. Yeah.
Equals wolf.
Just marched me and the laddies over here out from Paris. Frightful ruckus going off there. I think I fear that we may be being followed by a small party, royal party actually. Spotted them a day or two back. Number of big carriages heading in the same direction we were.
Were they bringing siege engines?
No, just looked like big gold-clad royal carriages. You know, the king's kind of carriages. But we were a bit faster.
Right.
We thought we'd better get over to you fairly promptly. Probably got a day or so before they get here. Perhaps a little more. Not quite sure what it is there. Might be the king himself. Who knows? I hear he's rather pissed at you lot. These the chaps you were telling me about in the note? He looks at the rest of the party, who's suddenly, as if he's suddenly become aware of you. And he
Jaws drop.
marches over to you and shows you his hand. Grigori reaches out to shake your hand.
I take his hand to shake it.
Fantastic. Roll me an athletics check.
That's Bertrand telling you to roll an athletics check, not Trig.
It's okay, not that kind of athletics check.
God, have I got him rolling to the fucking DM? I do. God damn.
Yes.
Do I need to do a saving throw or a regular one?
No,
Not that it matters.
he does somewhat bounce you off the ground a few times with a very vigorous handshake. You're not quite sure whether your arm will go back into the socket in his shoulder. Good to meet you, old chap. Slaps you on the back. And marches over to Alistair.
Same again to her. Yeah.
Sure.
If he reaches out to Alistair, Alistair won't reach out in return, but it will give a polite bow.
At which point he'll bow back and go, "Milady." Looks over to Garrow. Goes, they were half decent. You're a man-sized chap. Reaches out his hand. Let's shake your hand.
Oh, well. Yes, well met indeed. Let's see if I can beat a 25. I probably can't.
You know what?
I'll take it.
That is both.
You even it, so you both just wave each other in the air.
That's one of those.
I mean, we
that's
can
one
go
of those.
with our advantage rolls if you want.
That's one of those times when two solid blokes go for a handshake and they're doing the slight strength check and they both go, it's like two giant muscly slabs of steak shaking hands.
I've got a picture for
The
this.
ground trembles.
Indeed.
Well met. You seem like quite a dynamic fellow.
This happens.
I was just about to post that one.
Exactly that. In fact, I'm going to open that and stick that onto the screen. Literally that. Yeah. The
Armstrong and what was his name? I forgot his name.
To be honest, I was picturing something entirely different.
A perfectly regular
Garrow
housewife.
and Bertrand. I was picturing Garrow and Bertrand just repeatedly lifting each other up a couple of inches off the feet with each shake.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And he goes,
That's just ridiculous.
good to meet you, old chap. Call me Bertie. And you are?
Oh, well, you can call me Garrow.
Garrow.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. And he turns around and goes, at CD and then he offers him his hand. Good to meet you, I guess.
Hey, there's still a chance he gets a natural one. Actual natural one.
He actually got a natural one. It's still, he goes easy. He does one of those handshakes where he's not sure if he's going to break you or not. So he's and you both sort of feel like
he overdid himself on the previous one.
Shaken two wet fish have shaken hands, but one was.
I'm just going to go ahead and do a hypothetical athletics check.
Okay. You would have been all right.
You'd have done just fine. And he turns around and looks over at Grace and goes, good to meet you, sir. I mean, milady. Offers you his hand in a slightly, not sure if I do a handshake with ladies, but you seem like a sturdy sort.
Oh goodness, I don't have that macro. Give me a moment.
Open the thing and press athletics. How does,
that's what I'm
does
doing.
Grace not have an athletics check ready? Good lord.
I think Grace does. It's because I'm using the horse.
Ah.
You're doing what?
Oh no.
Right. Yes. You're
not anymore. You're not.
Your arm feels a little abused by the vigorous handshaking. Call me Bertie, my lady. And what do I what can I call you?
Grace. Well met. When's the big push then?
A pleasure. Well, depends whether I can get you alone, I guess. Woof. He grins a rakish grin. He goes, but you're talking about the king, yes? Well, as I said, he's probably on his way over here. I guess we ought to talk about doing something fairly promptly. He's
I want to cut in, and you said he was coming in on a cart, right?
Yeah, I've noticed about 4 carts. Four carriages on their way over here. Large ones.
Your Holiness, do you happen to have a barrel or two of gunpowder?
We have.
You've got a barrel.
Theo.
You have a barrel of gunpowder.
We have a was it an organ gun?
Ooh.
I mean, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, I was going to suggest we take it out, cover it with some brush somewhere on the corner of the path, and when the royal carriage comes past, we just fire.
Well, I was thinking 2 things. 1, have it stationed on the side in cover, and 2, blow the ground up as it drives by so that it stops.
I mean, we don't really need a cannon for that. We've got CD.
I mean, yeah, but CD needs gunpowder for that.
Mine would be good. That's not a bad idea. Jean goes, yes, I tell you what, let's pop into the hall. We'll have a spot of lunch. I think we've got time enough for a bite to eat, and we will discuss this inside.
Agreed.
Ushers you into a very familiar setting that I've been to before, and it is of course
cue fancy French music.
It is of course somewhere where you've eaten there before, etc. Blah blah blah, and it is in no way, shape or form I
see they fixed the window.
A wreck, yes.
This charismatic new fellow, right?
Yes.
Is he a demon?
No, absolutely not. He's not a demon. He is as human could be. In fact, more so.
Woof.
Indeed.
Why do I have tokens on my character?
I don't know.
Can you get them off of your character? And then maybe delete your character and put it back?
There you go.
Maybe that should maybe fix it. I don't know. You had problems with the token last time as well.
I blame Trig.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good thing to do.
Wait, I thought we blamed Des.
Well, you can
I
blame
blame
both.
Kiki. It's Kiki's
I
fault.
blame Ez for not blaming
It's your
himself.
macros. It's your macros.
Yeah, it's
You
your
don't have any of my
Anyway,
macros.
so what sort of food do we have?
Food,
Doesn't matter.
French food. Wine, cheese, bread, snails,
excellent.
bits of frog.
So,
So
Jean, tell us
the usual.
What do you have in mind for our plan of attack?
Well, I thought I'd come over here and deliver the news. They've got me and two of the chaps. Good lads, good on horseback, lancers, sturdy sorts. But unfortunately, they're all I could get out with quickly enough to get over here. It's all become quite a bit of a rush, you see.
Could you give us an estimate of what exactly the king is bringing here?
Don't know. I was just coming over here. I'd heard that something was being planned. Decided to head on out. Got two of my best men and headed on out. And lo and behold, basically ran straight into the king's
That's what
entourage. Like I said,
that's why I asked, because
4 carriages. It could be up to 8 men per carriage, or something else. I'm not sure. Not sure what he's got in there. I take it you know he's not normal. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could be all sorts. But as far as I know, Gene, you still got that spell thingy that stops the nasties popping in out of nowhere for unexpected reasons. Sort of goes, well, yes. Cost me a blooming fortune to do that, but yes, there's, we're safe here. They have to approach by road. Good. That might be a benefit to us.
Quite so.
So we've got you 5 chappies. Couple of Gene's bodyguard there. This Mike Crotchitch, or whatever his name is. Mike sort of goes, it's Mike Rochburns. He goes, yes, I bet it does. Hanging out with all those inquisitors, eh? I know what it's like in the clergy. No offense, Gene. Gene sort of spits out his wine.
At that, Alistair will give the slightest of smirks.
Mike is not particularly amused. He goes, the Inquisition takes their job very seriously and is a very important part of the church. He goes, yes, I'm sure you think you're all very, very tough men, etc. But good to have you on board, actually doing something worthwhile for once and not just running around burning peasants. Mike sort of looks a little pissed off at this. But can't help but acknowledge that he is actually fighting demons for once, and yes, perhaps it is for the best. So we've got some sturdy men of the cross and of the faith. We've got whatever you chaps can do. Was it you lot that did that little number in Brest? I mean, I've done a fair few numbers in Brest myself, but I heard that was one hell of a bang. And I'm not just talking about what I usually get up to.
Oh yeah, that would be my fellows over here to my left, Grigori and Seedy. They I hear had quite an explosive encounter.
Yes, blew the bloody hell out of the place.
And themselves, from what I hear.
Oh yeah. Still standing though, I see.
They got better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, you know what they say, any explosion you can walk away from.
Garrow, please next time mention CD first. He did most of the job. He deserves more of the...
I wouldn't want to belittle the credit that you so well deserve, Grigori.
He deserves more of it than I
do. How gracious my friends are, as you can see. But anyway, I think we have a battle coming. What do you guys say we make use of that organ gun thing? With the wine rack. Maybe
absolutely. We should get that thing loaded.
Oh. Do you, Your Holiness? Do you happen to have a map of the area or the road towards us?
He would indeed have a map. What sort of are you looking for? You're looking for some sort of place to ambush these carts on the way.
On the road, besides a copse of trees.
I would like to take account of a few things. We've got the organ gun. We would like to set up a mine in the road so that we could have a nice volley of the organ gun, as well as blowing up at least one cart, if not multiple, if possible. And we also need a area where they cannot escape, so that we can cover it in the non-teleportation or whatever it's called field.
You're looking for a
Sorry, are you looking for a Box Canyon Valley?
A little bit, aren't we?
It is, of course, worth mentioning that the ward in question is quite easily detected.
The what?
The ward.
What's the ward?
The ward that stops them being able to jump into place.
Oh no, we need to activate that after they set foot in it.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, is there not a permanent one around here from them constantly using it?
There's one on the property. It's not so big that it would stretch, but yeah, no. Grace has such a device though, doesn't she?
Yes, I have Alexa.
You have an Alexa.
It slightly bleeps up and then shuts down again.
Yeah, the light on it goes blue.
Nobody notices it.
Quickly tries to play Despacito and then stops.
Alexa, intruder alert. That was out of character. Please don't do anything.
No, I'm. Let me set up something for you here, because I think Genius says I think I know the right spot. It's a bit of a.
I'm also looking at the rest of the party. Do you guys agree with what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, of course. It sounds like it could be quite a smashing time.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the only one to have any input as this and then.
Oh, I totally agree with the whole explosive entrance. I mean, what better way to start off a
no, many
battle.
explosions, as many as can be, as many as we can muster.
Well, I also agree,
quality is more important than quantity.
Gene just sort of thinks to himself, he goes, I think I know the spot. Windy country lane on its way over here. He's got to pass through that way. There's some cover.
Does he have to pass through that way, or is that merely the most likely route?
If he wants to get here, he is. It's only about half a mile or a mile down the road. It's the only road here. But it is somewhat windy. It is a little secluded. He's got to come that way if he's going to come in carts. And,
we also need to take into account that there might be flying things around. Those imps.
A possibility. It's a possibility.
As a side note, how much do you want to keep that bridge?
Bridge.
Oh, I thought for this one he had a bridge that led to the castle, or that.
There is a, you know what, there is a drawbridge around this particular castle. You were right.
I forgot which castle it was, but it was a pretty long bridge that connected the
Yes.
castle to.
I gave you a picture of Bodiam Castle, didn't I? Yes.
If this doesn't work, we can always just blow up the bridge. But let's ignore that thought.
We could. I mean, then we'd be stuck inside as well as and they might be. I'll tell you what. If we need to fall back to the bridge and there, then certainly we can think about that. But no. I tell you what. Chaps, if you want to finish up, we can make our way over there this afternoon. Pop down, have a look. We'll take some kit down with us. If you want to start setting up some ideas of where we can build traps and build an ambush and so on, happily we can set that up now.
Does CD have any scouting capabilities, like any birds or something that he can send to keep an eye on the area?
Well, like an owl, maybe.
No, that's the other campaign. God damn it.
Well, totally organic, of course.
No, this one is also mechanic, or at least urban.
Wait, really?
Didn't you know that every time CD transforms, it's in barrels and metal and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were suggesting he summons a woodland critter to
Oh,
scout.
Yeah, I was.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably a better idea, because otherwise we summon a demon.
Yes.
More importantly, do we really want CD to end up on his own miles away from the rest of the party?
Preferably not. At least not until we get back home in Yesrallaw.
At this point, Alistair will say, if knowing the location of the caravan is your goal, I may be able to help with that, though preferably not more than an hour before they arrive.
What can you do?
I have recently come into the potential to utilize various magical capabilities to view distant peoples and locations.
Ooh, what, like scrying and stuff?
Yes, he is saying that Alistair is saying that he now has the ability to cast scrying.
Ooh.
You would, of course, need the requisite crystal ball or silver mirror or so on and so forth, which I'm entirely sure that Jean will be able to provide from his...
The holy water, definitely.
Jean can definitely provide holy water and a silvered mirror. That's true.
Yeah, can you produce some kind of like top down map of this cart with like a little dot that tracks its position?
Nope.
No.
So you're going to need 10 minutes to cast this, and how long does it last? It lasts for 10 minutes. So essentially the target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target of the sort of connection you have. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the scrying throw voluntarily if it wants.
Is Alistair gonna explain to us exactly what the downside of this are?
Demon's gonna know he's being scryed on.
Exactly. Because if that's the case, then we probably don't want to do this.
Basically, by me posting that spell, just assume that Alistair has explained to the rest of the people sitting around the table the capabilities and drawbacks of the scrying spell.
Okay.
I mean, surely it would be easier just to send an animal via our druid here, right?
Not a terrible idea. A squirrel or a wild monkey. And we know we can We can summon monkeys.
Yeah, that'd be actual real monkeys.
Maybe I don't know, a bird that's a bit faster than the carriages would be the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like maybe a rock or
something that could give us some an eagle eye view.
I could transform into a giant eagle and have someone ride on me.
A small eagle for scouting purposes is fine.
Fine.
No, I think you should do giant eagle.
Giant eagle.
And have,
no one's ever
who's
seen
the smallest member of the party.
Alistair, I think.
Yeah, have Alistair ride upon the. It'll be like that scene in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. There's a giant eagle that I've never seen before. Nothing suspicious there.
Oh, why does
that scene in Lord of the Rings
swords for feet?
That scene in Lord of the Rings where someone turns into a giant eagle and then someone rides him. I think you're watching the wrong Lord of the Rings.
Isn't that how Gandalf escaped Saruman's tower?
It is also how he escapes.
It would be less conspicuous if Alistair was to literally cast fly on himself and just do the scouting that way.
You know,
especially if someone gave him a ring of invisibility.
The giant eagles in Lord of the Rings are totally fucking broken. If they had the giant eagles in Lord of the Rings, why doesn't he use them right from the word go? Same as in The Hobbit. Every time he fucking uses the giant eagle, it's a total fucking cop out of, I don't know, I've written them into a position where I don't know how to get them out of this. Shit. Flying big giant eagles, there you go, safe. Tolkien was annoying with his flying eagles.
I actually saw an explanation as to why he doesn't always use the flying eagles.
Oh yeah,
they're giant flying eagles. They see anything of a certain size or smaller as instant prey, and hobbits aren't exactly known for their size.
True. Then why did they save them and not eat them?
Because Gandalf.
So they could take them to Isengard.
Gandalf was taking a huge risk there.
Because he was promising them giant rats.
Like I said, they're a complete fucking MacGuffin. Tolkien just sort of wrote himself into a corner several times, I'm sure. Right.
Fuck it, let's do eagles.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like, oh no, how am I going to get out of this? Fuck it, eagles.
I am of the opinion that it would be less conspicuous than a giant eagle to walk up to the Demon King and say, "Good day, sir. Would you kindly give us updates on your position?"
Isn't that basically what
scrying is? If you want to have one of the party go out scouting, the guy who knows how to cast fly, and let him borrow the invisibility ring. Job done.
Okay.
I mean, the point was that nobody's gone out. I mean, I think CD can cast like Animal Messenger or something and send something out that is completely immaterial to us and can give us updates.
Right? Let me see here. Animal Messenger. Let me see if I can cast this one like
that. And what kind of magic is it? Because if it summons a demon,
there's going to be no summoning demons here. Yeah, there's going to be no summoning demons here anyway. The bishop is present for a moment as a talisman. At which point, actually saying this, the Jean is going to turn around to Bertrand and go, you know what, we only have a day or so. And I do feel like I'm getting older and older every moment. Perhaps we should pop down and actually take a look at this site. And because if there does require any setting up and digging of things and whatnot, probably better to get it done first than go, oh no, he's here in 10 minutes time to dig a hole and hide the explosives. We might get caught out of that one. I'm just saying, unless you have any better ideas, perhaps we should pop down there. What do you say?
Your Holiness, that is a great idea. How much gunpowder can we get with us?
Right. Okay. I've only got a barrel of it. I don't really have many cannon. See. Been having a couple of chaps playing around with one or two of those new Arcbusters gun things. But I'm not too keen on them. Neither are they. They seem to make a lot of noise, a lot of smoke, and not a lot else. You know, perhaps in the future they'll become a bit more useful. But I do have some gunpowder. Yes. If you've got your gun, as well, I'll tell you what. Let's all pop down the road and have a quick look, shall we? Throw some people onto this map ever so quickly. And in fact, you can throw your own characters onto this map. When I drag the marker over here, and yes, it does look a little bit on the mildly familiar side.
I don't actually recognise this one.
Frankly, don't care. Like I said,
honestly, I don't think we have done this one before.
You have done
No,
this
no,
one.
we did. This is the map where we came across the organ gun for the first time.
It is in.
This is where
What's the
you
proof
probably
we're
don't
going to
recognize
use
it
one
because the sea of bodies is gone.
Yes.
Well.
You know what? I've done it to myself again. Let's just delete those.
Last time we
because
were here, somebody had spilled a tremendous amount of spaghetti bolognese on the ground.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a mess. Yeah, know what? Let's
Can you plop the organ gun down as well, since we brought it with, right?
I certainly can. Give me a second. There's Mike. Couple of Inquisitor Paladin. Sorry, clerics. Yeah, you got 3 paladins. That'll do. That is your force. And that right there is your gun.
Right, well, this part here, ruler. This part here looks like the narrowest point. Why don't we put the cannon over here? We saw how well it could take out brush last time. And just have it pointing towards the road.
You know it's got some range on it, right?
Yeah, it's got like
yeah, but I imagine
700.
it gives much more of a kick the closer it is.
Yeah, but the closer it is, also the faster they get to it, and we have maybe.
Well, I imagine we'll only get one shot of it anyway.
Yeah, it does take a lot to reload that thing.
It's going to take a turn to reload it. It's got a range of 800 feet. It doesn't. It's basically range 200 to 800 feet. It is going to hit everything within a 10-foot column.
Alright, well, if that's how you guys would prefer to put it at far distance, I just thought it might be fun to ambush them at point blank and literally nuke one of the carriages.
That was what I was thinking, but I don't know exactly how it would work. And I don't want to lose it. If we can get another shot with that one, it would really be hurting them.
Okay, in which case, work out how much gunpowder you need for 2 shots with the gun, and the rest will bury in the roads. Probably over here.
You will have, if you're going to use your supply as well, you will have one. Let's draw you a square of doom. Where is that? 1 3x3 square, and then a second 2x2 square. Your amount of powder is somewhat smaller.
That will still leave us enough powder for 2 shots.
That will leave you enough powder for 2 shots. That's why it's going to be somewhat. Now I'm just going to put those in there as an idea. If you would like them moving anywhere, tell me.
Let's see. Bertrand.
Have we thought about how we're going to detonate them?
Well, that one, and 2, I also want to know if if he remembers the order of the carriages.
He has no idea of the order of the carriages. All the carriages pretty much looked the same. They were all big, gold, ornate-looking carriages. And it's kind of like the presidential motorcade. You know, all 4 cars look exactly the same, so that no one knows which car to shoot at to get the president.
No, there's always a
Might I
bigger one.
suggest we put the smaller one behind here, so if we make a giant crater of the first carriage, they all
Agreed.
get out behind it, and then we blow them up again.
Agreed.
Where would you like the large crater to go, then?
I think the large one's fine, and we'll put the small one over here.
Okay.
Actually, I should probably just draw a square so you can see where
it depends how much of the cards we want to put on screen.
You guys okay with that?
Like, how much of a
in regards to how to light them, ironically, we already know for a fact that there is a highly effective method of lighting things at a distance.
Oh yes, flaming sphere.
Yes, assuming that the flaming sphere is given approximately 6 opportunities to get the right range.
I mean, how far away does the flaming sphere have to go off?
60 feet.
It's 60 at cast, and you can move it 30 every turn, so it can get you to 360, I think, max.
If you
had
or here,
I mean, if we had CD hiding here as some sort of, I mean, last time he was a badger or something, like, or a mole.
Don't remind me.
What if? Hear me out. What if, I don't know? He's something like a squirrel that can see from on top of from within a tree the exact location.
What about a sparrow?
Or sparrow, or I don't know, just not, because he can hide within 60 feet.
What about a giant eagle with a bonus stealth?
Opposable thumb from giant eagle sounds
if
nice.
he were a sparrow and he was the one who summoned the flaming sphere, why would they attack a sparrow? And then he could fly back to us really quickly. Would you attack a sparrow if you got hit by a column of fire?
I guess the sparrow would be the least of your concerns, but it would be a bit inconspicuous. No, conspicuous.
Really? Is it?
If
I don't know how it is where you live, but we have
right
sparrows flying overhead sometimes.
I know we've just been bombed, but there's something off about this swallow just floating in circles above us.
I mean, I would be so small you wouldn't see me.
Depends. Is it?
What is the smallest animal you can turn into? Like, can you turn into like a gnat?
You can turn into a spider.
Yeah, I can turn into a goddamn ant if I really wanted to.
Can you actually turn into an ant?
Yes. As long as it has stats, has the beast tag, I can turn into it.
Dude, he already turned into a spider. Spiders can be tiny.
Mm-hmm.
They are tiny.
There you go. There you go. You be a spider in the trees nearby, within range to summon the thingamajig, and then they won't even know you're there. Just bury your head straight away.
Slight edit. I kinda need to be a human in order to cast spells. I could turn into a spider, go there, turn into a human for 1 second, well, for 6 seconds, cast the spell, and then turn into the spider again.
Okay, so
let's give him the cloak and the ring, and then minimize the chance of him going splat.
Wouldn't you just need the ring?
Every little helps.
The ring, he becomes visible after casting a spell or something.
Yes, breaks invisibility.
Bertrand's just going to take a walk over there, and he sort of turns around and beckons. just somebody come and walk with me for a second because I'm concerned.
I shall go with him.
I'll head there as well.
Now these carts, they could probably carry 8 men or so. I expect you're not going to get much more than 1 in that blast.
I would tend to agree.
Perhaps it would be a good idea to space the explosives out so that they can be detonated at different times as the sphere of flame rolls down the road.
How much can it? How much can that sphere of flame move in one turn?
I believe 30 foot.
30
Why don't we
feet?
just light it with a flaming arrow from like 180 feet away?
I mean,
Because that wouldn't be as entertaining as letting CD do flaming sphere. We
Look,
know that always
so
leads to very entertaining results.
Also,
So
is
what-
it cold? I mean, do you know you could hit it with a flaming arrow in the cold weather?
I do get cold fingers sometimes. I don't. I know some people have tried shooting with cold fingers. It's not easy.
It is not. I suggest putting it still within 30 feet of each other, but the volley of the organ gun can also be used to just immediately disable at least the mobility of the first card coming through.
Right. So you think? I think. Now, if you guys know better than me, by all means, tell me. But if you're absolutely right. If we aim to shoot the first thing that pops its head round this corner where we are right now, bang, organ gun goes off, completely fucks anything that's right here, and not in a good way. If the explosion also happened to be right at this same spot, that would grind everything behind it to a halt.
Exactly.
And then another shot following onto the second spot. Probably in the middle towards the end of the party, and then you'll throw them into a right old mess. Well, you might really spoil the day of 2 or 3 of the carts.
Exactly.
Yes, like this plan. Like it a lot. Okay. Gene, your men got any shovels? Got some. That's how I think we start digging. I don't know unless you know, you guys go and just mark an X on the ground. We'll start digging, get that set up, and then we'll try and make it look like we haven't just set a bloody great big bomb in the middle of the road.
One more thing. What would be the best? Would it be best to have the explosion go at the organ gun at the front so that we immobilize the first card and explode it in the back so that they don't have any place to move? Or
I think
should we-
explode the front carts, and then when the inevitable pileup happens as they come to investigate what's happened, we organ gun the lot.
The big blonde bird seems to be speaking some sense there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck them all up in one fell swoop. One gigantic bang. And do like a big bang. Okay.
Agreed.
Smashing.
Woof.
Smashing, indeed. Yes, quite woof. I see you're stealing my lines there. Yes. Right. Okay. Okay, so we'll get a pit dug about here. Get that set up, and then set up another one a bit further up. Get it all ready, and anything else you want to set up around here?
Some place probably is Ginge, does my character know the concept of a pillbox?
A defensive fortification from which to fire arrows whilst having lots of cover.
Yes.
Yes, they're more commonly known in Yesrallaw as arrow slits in castles.
Is there a way that we could like make a small wall within the forest area?
Like a hide.
A quick makeshift fortification.
Yeah, in any, if need be, just a slab of wood that we can shoot from but not be shot at, or at least get some protection.
Gene furrows his brow for a second, and he goes, "The dining room tables in my hall. Got about 6 of those. They're about let's have a look. They're about 25 foot long. We got a bunch of those, lay them on their side, and knocked a few holes in them here and there. I think we could put together something that would that we could shoot from and not easily be shot at with arrows. Yes.
Just
Doesn't
they may
doesn't Chase
throw
have a
fireballs at
spell
us.
that makes impassable forests?
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh,
What did you say, Garo?
I was saying, doesn't Chase have a spell that makes impassable forests?
why is there scribble here?
Oh,
I do have-
I wanted to point that out, but I forgot it was in a fog of war.
I have.
Tell you what, let's remove the fog of war for these areas, because you can wander around here quite comfortably.
It's just in 100-foot radius.
What?
The spell.
Radius, so 200-foot diameter.
Yes,
That's what radius is.
but I can cast it at 150 feet range.
100-foot radius is this wide.
Yes.
So, like, if you were to use it, you could literally cut off their retreat.
Yep, and I can cast it like 150 feet away from there.
I don't think there's much option for cutting off their retreat. These things can just seem to teleport to another plane at will.
And fly and other things
They
like that.
can't
Yes.
teleport when the bishop's nearby.
Yes, they
but
can. They can leave. They can't come back.
Exactly.
Oh,
Remember?
well, that's a shame.
They also can fly.
Yeah, but they need to get out of the what is it? They need to get out of the carts. What exactly was the thing that you had, Siri?
My plant growth spell. Here, I'll click on it.
Like we could
Casting
we could-
time, 1 action, or 8 hours, depending on what you're doing with it. Right. Okay.
The 8 hours is for
permanent.
Yeah.
for long term, and it's in half my radius. Basically, I could make a farming community pay me a lot of fucking money in exchange of enriching their land and making their harvest.
Yes. I can.
Something to think about for later. But now I think what did you say?
Okay. So it's going to slow them down from 4 feet of movement to 1 foot of movement. So if they're moving 40 feet, they're moving 10. Not bad. Not bad at all. It is definitely going to slow down foot troops. And yeah, it now it's plant growth. Is that going to? I don't know if it's going to work on a path, which is not much plants. I suppose it could definitely keep them on the path, which might in and of itself be quite useful.
Yeah. How hilly is this area, by the way?
Right, it's slightly raised on both sides. It's not hugely raised.
And
if it was-
any
if it was-
sort of
if-
discomfort of getting up there would help us.
Yeah, so you know what? That might, you could cast that in advance, and yes, you would slow their movement down up through those hills. They are, as I said, they are slightly raised. They're not hugely, because if they were hugely raised, there would be no cover behind those bushes. You'd just, be able to see whatever was behind them, because it would.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, there is actually a bit more cover than I've actually.
So if I would draw a line, let's say this,
Okay.
how accurate would that be?
What is the line supposed to represent?
That it's going down again from there, or is it that?
It is basically, it's a valley, but it's only a shallow valley. You're talking about raised from the road up to the top edge. You're talking about 20 feet in total. So it's a slight valley. It's not huge, but there is a bit of cover. Certainly where the organ gun is at the present moment. Anything in this area. Let me just do a quick square or something. Anything kind of here
Is out of range
is
for the
going to be under cover. Yeah. From it. But I mean, your best bet with the organ gun is that's your run of fire. If you can
this is our kill line, or whatever
in fact,
you call it.
you know what? Speaking as Bertrand, actually, Bertie's going to give you a hand here, and he's going to look at this and go, you know what? That organ gun kills absolutely everything it fires at in a straight line. Now it's going to kill everything down this line here. Anything back over here, it's going to just see them coming round the corner. Perhaps if you shot it at something when the first thing gets to sort of here, you might get one or two carts and another one coming around the corner, fire something into that corner, make that corner go bang, make this pin here go bang, and cause a right old mess in the middle, and then fucking have at 'em on the spot. I think that might be the best bet. Otherwise, you're thinking where the lines we were drawing before, the spots we were drawing before, you might not be able to easily get your kill on. Up to you, though.
No, I fully agree.
So if we...
That's most unusual. You nearly turned into a Scotsman for a moment then.
Told you, didn't he start me with the Scottish stuff, lass?
Wait, so you moved the big air, the boom? Wait, what?
I'm just is this what we were talking about? This is what Bertrand's going to recommend to you. Yeah,
for the explosives or for the
for the explosions.
Okay.
You are very welcome to change that.
Let's just see, because they've got to be within 30 feet of each other, because in that way in one turn CD can move it from one to the other.
I see.
If we are going to use CD as the ignition for it.
I mean, I still think we could just shoot it with an arrow.
I mean,
But would it be guaranteed?
I mean, yeah. Unless it's a cold day and we've got really cold fingers.
That's alright. CDS heat metal. I'm sure you can warm your fingers.
It's a big old spot to hit. I think,
Okay. Well,
I mean, you can stick a bit of gunpowder and some oil or whatever on the ground in that spot, so it makes sure it burns. Yeah, I'd say we can pretty much ensure it.
Guys, I've had an idea. This idea solves all of our problems.
Orbital bombardment.
Actually, yeah, kind of close. You see, what would a column of advancing troops do if they saw an unmanned organ gun? in the road.
They'd stop.
They'd stop. They'd probably stop, a little bit closer than if it was manned. And more importantly, they try to investigate, wouldn't they?
Yes, they probably wouldn't march straight at it though. They'd probably go round the edges, because if it is, literally on a string ready to be fired at them, you don't march straight down the barrel of a gun. You make your way around it.
Well, Trig,
what if the organ gun is positioned inside a valley of some kind, preventing them from being able to reposition, and then suddenly a wall of fire erupts, starting at the organ gun and travelling down the road, igniting the entire marching column?
You have wall of fire,
which could be cast from 120 feet away.
and
stretches for, what is that?
60 feet.
It stretches for 60 feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, sounds like it could be a plan, and worst comes to worst, Grigori could always stealth by it.
I mean, I can now just go invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone next to a
Yes, but-
fire.
I thought you were going to
do we
insinuate
give
what
up
if
the fire
somebody
bonus?
was invisible and holding the cord to the organ gun.
Here's what my thought is. I'm going to draw a quick line. So what if we have the organ gun at the beginning of this orange line embedded in the bushes, and the wall of fire follows approximately this route, with the organ gun also pointing in that direction?
Oh, so are you going to set fire to the organ gun and let the organ gun explode in fire and let its volley off remotely in that way, destroying itself in the process?
Well, that's the thing. A little bit of fire wouldn't destroy the organ gun.
It
would
is on a wooden.
reduce-
It's on a wooden frame.
it would
Also,
certainly
we're not
flash the wooden
we're
frame.
not taking the organ gun back with us.
You guys are talking over each other, one at a time, please.
Yeah,
We're
let me
not
just-
taking it back with us. It doesn't matter if it blows up.
It wouldn't even blow up. It would probably collapse after maybe a few minutes of burning. But the organ gun suddenly being surrounded on all sides by fire would just be an extremely reliable way to ignite the fuses.
I mean, it would,
We
it
could
would
just
definitely
shoot it with
fire.
an arrow.
Yes.
The thing is,
I mean, if you
James,
want to give them something to investigate, why not just put a load of tables in the road? Why does it have to be the organ gun?
Well, that's what I'm saying. My plan has changed, you see. The organ gun is no longer in the road. Instead, it is hidden in these bushes, with the wall of fire extending down this orange line that I'm currently measuring out, that I presume you can all see. So basically, if the advancing column comes through this narrow stretch of the road with nothing suspicious, and by the time they get to, I don't know, the leading truck being over this hole here, the wall of fire, suddenly rockets across, ignites the organ gun, blows up everything along that line, sets off the mine, and absolutely fucking eviscerates the leading carriage. That's a fair bit of damage.
It is.
You could do that to the last carriage. Well, you could
I
literally fire
would
that into
say-
the arse of the back of the back carriage, and then have this spot here be essentially the second to last carriage. That be probably the arse of the last carriage and the second carriage, and have the fight commence in swift order with all four of them on the pitch, having taken some hits. That's not a terrible idea. It's having the gun that far over to the left will mean that you won't be able to see very easily without me recreating the map.
Yeah, James, my idea for the
Let's see if
thing was...
Alistair is hiding in this bush here.
Yeah?
That's
Yes.
100 feet away, which
Yes.
means that he can cast the wall of fire originating here and going back that way.
It does.
James,
So if Alistair was to hide in this bush, he could be the one to start off the proceedings.
This gets my vote. Let's do it.
What were you saying, Matthew?
Well, my idea was keeping the organ gun somewhere here, because now we have enough. We took out enough gunpowder for 2 volleys, so we can use the organ gun at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's assuming that we have enough people who are able to stand there being a dedicated organ gun loading squad instead of just simply getting in there and helping with the assault.
That is a good question. Do we have that or do we not?
If 4 of the team, so everyone bar Alistair.
Arrow has been drilling the party in
Yes.
how to use this, if you remember.
If you'll let me finish. If 4 of the team, so everyone bar Alistair, all stand around the organ gun and operate it, you can fire it, reload it on the next turn, and then fire it the turn after. That could actually work for you.
Yeah, no. Then I agree. Then I don't see the point of having 2, because separately we can also do a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Not
prefer
from a
to-
massive range, though.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just fire it twice and then go in and do your massive damage?
Yeah, use it as an
because
opener.
we want to do as much damage as we can before before they get a chance to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I
Do you
said,
think
it's
they
got
can
massive
respond at
range.
300 foot?
Look, if we
That's 65.
if we have the organ gun unleash a blast of damage that can take out, completely eviscerate 2 of the carriages, and then also have the explosives take out another 2 of the carriages, or maybe just even 1 of the carriages, and then have the rest of our team go at their single remaining carriage, that is an extremely effective ambush.
I agree. But it's just
Right, let's do
thinking
it.
of where exactly. So you want to put it there, right?
My original plan was to have the organ gun here so that it is on the road. But if the organ gun has a range of 300 feet, meaning anything in this area along this entire section gets taken out, then that would also work. You just have to bear in mind that Alistair's incredibly effective opening move, being the Wall of Fire, whilst yes, it can be cast from 120 feet away, it's only 60 foot long. So if we use the Wall of Fire to set off the organ gun, then it could reach to there. I suppose Alistair could also use the Wall of Fire to set off the 2 explosives by stretching it across that way.
That would get I don't know how big is a carriage? How wide would a carriage be? If
Could you just post a carriage onto the map for us, Trig, so that we can see what kind of size we're dealing with?
Certainly. Okay. Give me a second. There's a carriage.
So that's let me get the ruler. That's 45. Yeah, 50 feet. 50 feet. We want the horses around here for it to reach, for it to be properly enveloped.
I'll leave that on the map for you there. Where would you like the lead carriage to be when you open the engagement? Here?
I would say
over there, yeah.
Yeah, probably somewhere there.
So you'd have one there, you'd have another there, you'd have another there, and then you'd have the 4th one there at that point.
Yeah. If that's the case, then maybe having the organ gun here wouldn't be a bad thing. And then this can be blown up.
It would certainly fuck the horses on the last carriage.
Yeah, that's the only thing. We don't want to fuck the horses. We want to fuck the content of the carriage.
Oh, well, you know what? Either way would do, to be honest. What you want to do is you want to stop the carriages.
Yeah.
Because you fuck up the horses, the fucking thing grinds to a halt, and there's, calamity whilst everyone goes, oh, what the fuck's happened? Shit, ow. Oh, dust themselves off, gets out the carriage, etc. So that's what you're kind of looking at. there might be a bit of jiggery pokery with motion and
And Ginge, we don't necessarily have to put it there. We can also put it here. Because
yes,
that's the same.
that is the same.
Potentially. Well, I have explained Alistair's capabilities in aiding with this little ambush. If you guys want to go ahead and get things
I'm going to
planned.
give you until 9:45, at which point it's going to get dark and everyone's going to want to go home and you won't be able to dig anymore. So if you were finalized
Okay.
by that particular point in time, that would be fantastic. If you hadn't noticed, whilst you've been doing that, the bishop has been chatting to one or two people, and he has made some arrangements of his own to have a couple of his knight paladins have gone off. They've come back with some helping hands from the thing, and they've brought 6 of the dining room tables down, and he is going to basically stack 2 tables. Going to put them over on the side, stack one on top of each other, and create a big fucking berm basically out of dining room tables. They're quite thick. They're big solid oak, several inches thick. They're going to stop an arrow or two. And
Would they stop a fireball or something? A ball of fire?
They're made of wood.
Probably not.
Yeah, but wood doesn't immediately turn into flames if it's hit by fire.
Why do you ask?
All the fireball spell specifically states in its text travels around corners.
Yes. Essentially, what he's going to do is he's going to set these up. He's already told us.
Is the fireball just a stinger missile?
I don't know. Let's see what Trick has to say about it.
Oh no, a javelin. A javelin, I mean.
No.
But I meant more like not the spell fireball, but them throwing fire at us.
A fireball is more like airdropped napalm. Small.
Because the last times what was it, the demon, not the hell lord or whatever it was. It did, but whatever. We're so Ginge, would you agree that this would be a good place for the organ gun?
That's a perfectly acceptable place for the organ gun, especially if it could take out 2 carriages in a single blast. So let's just draw a few bits and pieces on here. So
yeah. So Craig, could you put the organ gun here?
Okay, I'm going to put the organ gun where there.
One up.
One up. Okay.
Let's see. No, one down and one to the right. That is 50 feet from corner to corner. 60 feet from corner to corner.
Okay. I'm going to aim it now for you. And in aiming it, I'm going to draw the lines.
Okay.
So, and it's good because it's a 10-foot wide column, which it's not firing in a directly horizontal or vertical column or row. So we're going to have to sort of makeshift a little bit.
This is going to be a tight cone, right?
It's a coney boy.
It's not a cone. No, it is basically a column, as it reads.
Okay. So the range is 300 feet, right?
800 feet. 200 and 800.
Okay, so how about this? I'm going to set this to snap to corner. So why don't we have it something like that? Or possibly something more like this.
That would be
That's
a
too
good
wide.
one.
That's too wide by a third. But
Too wide by a third.
Yeah, hold on. I've done it.
No, that's too. Oh.
Hold on.
Like that.
Hold on. I've got a much better idea.
Oh no, he's gonna turn it. It's angled. And CD can somehow light the first one. Yeah, that's good.
Good. Yeah.
That way we catch.
Good.
Yeah, that way we should catch both.
Just in case, can I get some arrows that are dipped in pitch so that should everything go horribly wrong, I can just shoot a fire arrow?
You certainly can. In fact, what I'm going to suggest is that there are going to be these little things over here that are set up already. These are, higher than a man. They've got some slits knocked in it. They've chopped them up max. And there's going to be another one set up over here. In fact, behind here there will be a little bucket. There you go, a bucket there, and a bucket here with arrows soaked in pitch for you. If you want to go and run over there, grab a couple. You can knock up 3 arrows at a time if you like. Light them up and throw them. There will be a brazier set up ready to go. It won't be, of course, burning. And these things are essentially the hedges that were there have been chopped down and essentially nailed onto these tables that are now set up as a kind of berm, and not the sort of berm that explodes, as in something that people can hide behind and shoot from.
As in, like the Burmese.
Bermuda?
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, they're a barricade that you may use, and I'll also suggest that these sort of areas running around that look like bushes, they've been cleared. They still look like it, but there is a pathway so you can move in around behind it, sort of this way. You can move in through there. You can move in through there. There are pathways cleared, so you're not sort of going through difficult terrain. And these things will give you full cover.
Cool.
So that's a nice bit of extra AC if you want it, because that's what they're going to do. Essentially, they're just going to be full.
I'm just gonna confirm that full cover, yeah. As in, you cannot be seen or targeted.
You cannot be seen or targeted behind there. It is 2 honking great dining room tables slapped on top of each other, laying on their side. So it is, a good
I would like
15-foot high.
if later, if I can, to make sure to like camouflage them a bit.
Like I said, they've chopped down the bushes that are in front of them. This sort of area here has been cut down, or is in the process of being cut down by some of Gene's mates, men rather, and they're hacking these bushes down, and they're nailing them to these tables. So it looks kind of like it did before, but yeah, they are camouflaged. You can't shoot through them. They are definitely places where you can take respite behind, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shoot from around the corner of.
All right, so it is now 9:15, or 10:15.
It is. So
it's 11:45.
Let's just review our what we've done and make some minor adjustments if somebody has made a horrible mistake. So
I am a horrible mistake, but besides that,
the sites of the four carts is going to be: this is cart number 4, cart number 3, cart number 2, and cart number 1 is going to be around here when we initiate our little trap. All of our remote explosives and fire and destruction, this is all intended to take out the 3 rear carts.
Is that correct, or would there be Sorry, Ginge. Is what Ginge is saying correct, or would it be enough for all 4 to be within the explosive area?
That's actually a good point. What is the radius of the explosives there, Tree?
The explosives are going to be at least an AN square in each direction, larger than the red square. So you're looking at 5x5 and 4x4.
Okay. Well, what I was thinking was just go ahead and drag a little doggo onto there, and then give it an aura radius, say 30 feet, in order to make it so that there is an obvious blast radius available. Unless you have any objections to me taking such action.
I object to the use of a dog.
Well,
yeah, use a cat instead.
That is fair.
Or a crocodile.
I know. Nobody will argue if I use a little Gargarax.
That is
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
the well
yes, he
dressed
would.
explosion.
Drake would if suddenly Gargarax appears as well.
Can we not use a giant demon? There is
No, just a little Gargarax, just because we know how Gargarax likes his explosions.
Yeah, and could you make like a giant cat somewhere in this one for the radius?
That is more radius than that explosion is going by somewhat.
What is the radius?
About double the size.
I would say that is going to be twice the radius of the actual explosion.
So until
actually be something like this.
No, half that. A quarter
it's
of
getting
that.
bigger.
You know what?
Oh.
Let me deal with this.
Zavarudo.
There we go.
I'll also throw in another even smaller Gargi for the purposes of the smaller explosion.
That is a dapper explosive, if ever I did see one.
That's a very small Gargarax. I guess if we only do one shot, no, we took some out of it. It would still make sense for it to be a smaller explosive.
So yes, in order to make sure that the aura can be seen by everybody, you need to make sure that the options for the aura has the C toggle turned on.
Now it is.
Yeah, now we can see an aura.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was thinking at the first card being in this area,
Yep.
that should trigger the first explosion going off, and that should also get somebody to to throw this to ignite this as well.
So, cart 1 is going to be somewhere around here. Cart 2 somewhere around here.
The horses can be outside of it, but I would prefer the card itself to be enveloped in it.
Same. Right. Well, Alistair is basically just going to throw up his wall of fire wherever happens to be most appropriate, possibly surrounding and engulfing the first cart. Aside from that, is there any other details that anybody wants to add into this little melting pot of destruction that we're currently throwing together?
Yeah, kind of. I don't think we need to ignite it from the. At this position, we don't really need to ignite it from the organ gun, because we can have somebody standing there and pull the cord.
Speaking of, the archbishops had some helping hands come over with the tables for the purposes of creating the little bits of cover.
Mhm.
Can one of such helping hands be responsible with a little lighting stick to set off the organ gun, and then proceed to spend the rest of the fight cowering in fear?
You
Running
want a general, a peasant to operate
How are they going to aim it?
it is fixed in position. You've already fixed in position.
It's fixed in position. It's already aimed. Literally, all this person would have to do is make little fire, touch little stick, big boom, and then do whatever he damn well pleases.
Either that, or is it something that you need to pull? Because if it's that, it's even easier.
No, it is going to require a lit taper put onto a flash pan that burns across the back of it.
I can do that. Let me just check something, because I have a cantrip.
You can do that, but you are also very capable in the form of killing things. It would probably be better if somebody else was to spend their action.
I'll do it.
This.
No, if you want to
Garrow really wants to fire the cannon.
Okay.
Garrow gets to fire the cannon.
I suppose that works.
Yeah. No.
Fine.
No. Garrow has been the commander of said cannon. He's the one that he's the one that should get the fire.
Okay.
He's gonna fire it, but I prefer that he would fire it when the big explosion goes off.
Just tell him when you want him to fire it.
What I'm going to suggest in that case is that essentially, at this point in time, put yourself in the position where you want to be come the morning, come the ambush, and set up any watchers or anything like that. And night will fall, you will take a long rest, and you will come back down in the morning prepared for what may await you the following day. Are you happy with that to happen? Or is
Sounds good.
anything else you need to do? In that
Alistair,
case,
in position.
put yourself in position. As you guys are going to be commanding this, where would you like, Gene, where would you like his men to be?
Behind the tables.
You want everyone behind the tables out of sight.
Yes.
I would
At
ask
least at
that
first.
I would ask that Jean has his men positioned. Feel free to disagree with me, by the way, if anybody has any disagreements with what I'm about to say. Have Jean have his men positioned either behind this bush or behind this bush for the express purpose of charging in and stabbing any maybe dazed survivors.
This sounds like a terrible idea. We need to keep the auras near to us so we don't get charmed.
Agreed.
People to suggest I was dumb.
Right.
No offense, Ginger, but unless you want Garrow to punch Alistair into the sky,
which he has done before.
It would be quite entertaining. Maybe we could send a giant robotic eagle to collect him on his way down.
You want. I'm assuming in that case a paladin behind each of the barricades, essentially doing that. That is going to be, I would imagine, a large part of their goodness.
What is this guy?
It is who guy? That is an Inquisitor paladin.
Is he also having the radius of thingamajig?
Let me just look into the Inquisitor paladin. I don't think he's a paladin under devotion. If he is, I might switch him. I think you know what? He is an oath of devotion. Oh, then fuck it. You know what? Fine. Let's just call him the same thing. Since multiple different types of characters. There you go. So you've got 3 paladins of devotion. You have 2 clerics, one of which is Mike Rochburns, one of which is Mike
Gotta get
Rochburns.
that checked out, Trig.
Pardon?
You gotta check that. You gotta let that be checked out.
Yep, indeed.
Let's see a doctor for that.
I will.
Okay.
Bit of ointment, it'll be all right. And you've got 2 Inquisitor, Dooblies. You've got Jean, who is going to be over here. Now, Gene has also got a thingy, doesn't he? He's got a. Just have a quick look at old Gene. Because he has got his. Gonna have his spell going. And that has a bit of a range on it, so I think what we will do. In fact, do you want him to have his forbidden spell running in the morning, or are you going to use Grace's one on command?
Would they know that it exists once they enter it?
Yeah, they would know.
Then
Basically, they would step into the forbidden region and immediately spell, and immediately just all in perfect unison say something smells fucky.
yeah, then maybe using the Amazon the Echo would be a bit smarter.
Okay.
Otherwise, they immediately know we're falling into a trap.
Okay.
Instead of after everything has been exploded.
You know what? That is somewhat of a good idea, because that will then free up an extra spell slot on what is an absolutely fucking monstrously powerful spell user. Who might be quite useful for something, I don't know, like a regenerate, an anti-magic field, a holy aura, or something along those lines. So yeah, he might be handy. You are in the presence of absolute fucking monsters.
The spell
Anything that we can use.
materials, correct?
Pardon, what?
The spell is blocked by certain materials, correct?
There are what the forbiddens?
Yes. Because if he was to put the forbiddens on a ward and then put said ward in, say, I don't know, a lead line box, he could literally just unveil the box.
Well, he's
opportunity to pick out the ward at a moment's notice.
I mean, I guess what he's got is he's got this thing that he can put onto a ward that he can then press a button and go, Alexa, fire forbiddens, and it will just go boom on as a pre-programmed, dealy. But once it's on, it's on. It's not like he can have it in a box, open the lid, goes wah, and then he can slap the lid closed. Don't think.
Right. See,
I don't see anything in that description there that says it can be blocked by.
Yeah, I distinctly remember us having the experience of the warding effect dissipating and de-dissipating whenever we happen to be in the same room as him.
That's because that 40,000 square foot isn't as big an area as you think.
Yeah, 20 foot in all directions.
It's 120 foot in all directions. So what I will do actually is give Grace on her second aura. Give that a very pale green. That is the radiance of forbiddens. So,
well, if the option to basically use the Forbiddance Ward like a hooded lantern isn't an option, then I would vote for using the Alexa.
Yeah, because he would. I mean, he could always fire it off whenever he wants. If he suddenly goes, you know what, fuck it, they're calling in reinforcements. Not on my watch, Sonny Jim. Eat. But yeah, okay. So, are we all ready?
I think so.
I'd say this is as ready as we get.
With the chiming of the clock, the hour draws near.
Indeed it does. 30's gonna stand up over there. You've got some cover there. I'm going to suggest if you've got 2 paladins up at top over there, do you want 1 paladin over there with CD and Garrow? And does CD need to be there?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Why is CD there again?
Don't know.
Chase.
I accidentally moved him here. Fuck.
Okay.
I should be moving over here, right?
You should be moving wherever you want to be when the battle starts.
We want
Right.
4 people on the cannon so we can shoot twice, right?
Oh god, I don't think they're doing that now.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think that's.
So yeah, that's not going to be a thing at this point in time. It's going to be a one-shot dealie, and Garrow wants to stand there and fire the thing. I will ask one more time if everyone's happy. If not, it will be the following morning. You will all have taken a full rest,
I'm just
and everyone will be
thinking.
healthy.
I'm
ready to
just
go.
thinking how long is the invisibility?
Take a look. Read it.
It doesn't say.
It lasts forever until you choose to end it in that case.
Spicy. Then would it be an idea until you attack or cast a spell, or until you use a bonus action to become visible again? Okay.
You could just live your life invisible, and then you wouldn't have so many problems when you're sneaking into a girl's room.
But you wouldn't be able to interact with anything because the moment you did, you'd become visible.
I mean, I can interact. I can pick something up, and it shouldn't make me visible.
Yep, true. It's only attacking and casting a spell. You can indeed wander around. The drawers will open. People will see the panties go up, and stuff will be happening, and then going back down, and no one will know you've been doing.
So, would I be able to, with the invisibility, hide myself here,
You would indeed.
and then somehow give them a sign of "Get ready, they're coming"?
I don't know how you're going to give anybody a sign.
He's invisible. He's not
Could I?
silent.
You could, yeah. I mean, you could whistle very loudly.
Could I don't know, use a mirror to shine, or something shiny to shine?
Your
to
items are invisible, right?
Your items, anything you're carrying, is also invisible.
Just make a noise. You're invisible. You're not silent.
Yep.
I'll just make a giant fart.
I don't know. You might be able to imitate a bird that is natural to Yesrallaw, but not common in France. That people will go, aha, that is clearly not a lark. That must be Kukori.
Giant eagle. Return of the giant eagle.
Kukor or something. I don't know.
Shall we take a 10-15 minute break for Trig to set up this encounter, and for us to otherwise deliberate and consider potential?
Yes.
Oh shit! We didn't think of this as.
Yes, you should. In fact, yes, and I would really rather like it if you would put your characters where they're going to be in the morning, so we can start in earnest rather than shuffling people around any further.
Arrow's going to be by the cannon.
Arrow is by the cannon.
Shuffle. Yeah, that's where he's staying.
Why is Grace standing
Sorry,
there by herself?
I was.
Why is
I
there
was...
2 Graces?
4.
What?
Wait, what? Oh no, this is getting out of hand.
We shall fight this battle with great grace. So, I had to be right back for the last 2 minutes. And have I missed something? Are we not firing the cannon twice now?
No, we're not firing it twice.
Shame. Okay. That was all my questions. Please continue.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing is, I can only do one action. I don't really have any powerful spells. The most powerful thing I can do right now is shoot an arrow and hope it has sneak attack damage.
Yeah, but your arrows are pretty darn potent.
Yeah, I was just thinking of my position. What would be best?
Theo, just think of yourself like Legolas, where he kills the elephant. Just it only counts as one, though.
Then I think here should be okay. Who is gonna trigger the first the big explosion?
I
Because
believe
Alistair,
that is
Alistair is no.
going to be Alistair's firewall. Will probably do that job quite ably.
Okay. Yeah. As I see. Yeah. Okay.
I've got all of my lines of sight from where are sorted out.
In a few minutes, I will probably have to switch to my phone or my laptop.
Right.
So just so you know.
Right. Go and grab yourself a cup of coffee, beer, etc., snack, whatever you would like. And the battle will commence once everybody is back.
Oh, did we agree on when Kiki is activating Alexa?
When the demons are in range, I presume.
I would suggest it'll be sort of right, fire, 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 bang, everything go off at once and go whoomp.
Agreed.
Question is, would you like? You might be able to throw Alexa a bit, but that would be possible.
What if?
I'm gonna grab beer.
What if I have Alexa while I'm invisible?
It's fine. I'm quite tough. I'm happy to hold on to Alexa.
No, I meant more of I can place Alexa somewhere and then dash back, and they shouldn't be able to see it because it's behind a hill and they don't know where exactly it's coming from, right? Or do they?
No,
because I don't know.
No, once it's activated, it's up. They will know when they've entered that field. They might not. They might not be able to know where it is if they're suddenly surrounded by it.
Okay. Let me just put a small X here and use that as a reference mark for a radius of 120. That is a nice area. So would it be an idea for me to carry it while invisible, stay here, activate it, and then just dash away?
Kiki, that's your domain. It is the item that you have been given. If you want to allow that to happen, that is up to you. But I can't see the screen. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but greater good and all
that. Where was it, Theo? Yeah. Okay.
Because I can reach that place with I can I can I can move there with it while being invisible.
I know. I'm just moving there so that the aura is visible and we can see the range on it. That looks good. Yeah, that sounds good. Take it. I'm just trying to find the name. What is the name of the Soviet anthem?
The Soviet anthem? But the USSR's anthem. National anthem of the USSR usually will do. Why are we playing that? I mean, not that I think that. Go for it. I love that fucking piece of music. Great.
I'm just trying to find what its name is so that we can set the password for this Alexa.
Soviet national anthem is I think the name of it, as far as I know.
Yeah. It's also Russian national anthem.
It's not the Russian national anthem. They changed it.
No, it is.
Is it? They still got it. Really? Because it's a good old piece of music. That is. It's got some.
How it went after it became the Russian Republic again, Federation. Yeltsin changed it, and then Putin, after coming into power, like within his first 2 years, changed it back.
You know what, Vladimir Putin? He might be a bit of a dick at occasions, but he has good taste in music. I've always liked that piece. It
I
is.
guess
It is.
that counts with
It,
being KGB.
it is. It is how national anthem should sound. You know,
Mhm.
you that plays. You can go. You know what? I'm sure if that was my national anthem, I'd be proud of this piece of music.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some gusto
It's
to it.
literally a case of Yeltsin changed it. Everybody immediately hated it from day one. And then Putin just basically said, yeah, we're going back to the good one.
Don't change your winning team, although they didn't win. Luckily.
You say that. Have you seen the state of the West recently?
Yeah. It wasn't a good win.
It
was more of a, oh wait, we don't need to fight now anymore. Oh wait, suddenly the enemy controls everything. Oh, how did that happen? Funny.
The fucking Brezhnev's long walk through the institutions. If that hasn't actually happened, something very, very similar has.
Just gonna put
Oh my
some
goodness.
hyphens around Trotsky.
I found the medieval cover.
Ugh, I fucking hate Trotsky. You know, Trotsky made fucking Stalin look like a fucking Boy Scout. Trotsky was a psychopath. In fact, out of all of them, Stalin was the nice one. Out of Lenin, Trotsky, and Stalin, I would rather have a drink with Stalin.
You know what his real name is, right?
What Trotsky's real name is?
Bronstein.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I know. You only need to see a picture of him to go, that's. I'm not an expert in physiognomy, but yes, I am familiar. But yeah, no, Trotsky was literally fucking Forever Wars kind of dude.
Okay, but let me just draw the X again. So in this location here, I want to put the Alexa. Once everything kicks off, I want to activate it and then dash back.
Mm-hmm.
While of course being being invisible for as long as I can. Because the command is verbal, right? Right.
Imagine so.
Okay.
But also, I'd imagine that's not something that you would need Trig to confirm for you.
I am still making coffee downstairs, so I can't see anything.
Oh, don't worry. It's just I put a cross where my character is currently, so that you know where to put the radius.
Okay. We'll a thing to have the radius, an icon of some sort.
Grace has put a blade that you can use.
Okay, cool.
I just put it there so that yeah. Cool. Thanks, Grace. The command to activate it is verbal, so I can just stay invisible and then dash back behind the cover as soon as it's active, as I said that.
Okay.
I just want to be able to make sure that we all do it at the same on the same turn, so that we don't get the the initiative first.
Right.
If that makes any sense, what I'm saying.
Sure. What I would like you to do is everybody click on your icon on your character and roll me initiative. Let's do that now.
Oh my god. You actually had the turn order up at the time that you asked us to roll initiative.
I'm getting good at this.
Chase, we're missing you.
I'm here. Don't worry.
Yes, but
Click on
haven't
your
rolled for
character and do
initiative.
the initiative.
Oh, sorry. Someone was talking to me. That's why. I clicked on my character. I rolled initiative. 17. Wow.
Lovely.
And I'm guessing
I'm actually
you
quite
roll
impressed.
for
I actually
the,
get to go first in the initiative order for once.
Yep.
Hey, he finally might get the chance to die first.
I am higher than Grigori. Wow.
No,
Everybody
just
is.
because you go first doesn't mean you'll die first. That's only if you use your turn to do stupid things. Like,
Good point.
blow up half of this city when you're standing in it.
You're never gonna let that go, Dil, are you?
Fuck
Well,
no.
no, not until you do something funnier.
Well, it is seedy. So
Oh
No,
shit!
Chase, I believe in you. I'm sure you can find something more catastrophically hilarious.
Oh shit! Fuck! Something happened in my country.
Yeah?
A crane dropped a tank with poisonous gas in my country's only port. It's in Aqaba. At least 10 people are dead and 251 injured.
Jesus fucking Christ.
250.
251.
Jesus. A gas
Are
leak.
you anywhere near there?
No, I live in the capital. So I am safe.
So what did Israel do?
I was going to say, it's either Israel or the CIA.
That's fucky, man. Not happy to hear that.
Those numbers are approaching the Beirut explosion.
Wait, such a big explosion and only that little? That's good to hear.
See?
A positive?
I'm gonna post it in news.
The injuries of this incident are more like the casualties of the Beirut explosion. But still.
Right.
Give this a look.
God damn it, I fucking lost the thing.
It just gets better with each one. Oh, by the way, didn't you say something about what was it? Mike Oxart also joining in, or was that me just imagining things?
No, it is Michael Rochford.
Right.
Open up this one in a browser and right click it and set it to loop.
That is almost perfect.
And then there's this one.
Oh, wow.
So, are we waiting for something?
We are waiting for me to get my arse in gear. Hold on a second. I'm looking at There's something I needed to do. I thought I had it ready, and then the moment I needed to do it, it just fucking nope, you're not ready. Get wrecked. It's because I took some moments to grab a cup of coffee instead of actually preparing myself to apologize.
And this is the reason why I suggested a 10-15 minute break for Drake to do pre-combat shenanigans.
Yes. Now there is a table you're going to need to roll from it. And until there we go. All right.
I rolled a 60.
Rolled a 60.
I don't know what what it was out of. I just rolled a d100.
You were absolutely correct to roll a d100, and in fact, everyone is going to have to do that. I am going
Everyone
to.
roll d.
Everyone roll a d100, please. Yeah, I am going to quickly DM you what that effect is. God, again, actually.
I was about to say. Oh.
Apparently, Kiki decided to roll a D100, but do so all fancy like.
Awesome. Okay. You're going to enjoy this one, Kiki. You have all received a certain personality trait. Alistair needs to 21, which is hilarious for Alistair. I'm going to send you this trait.
Looking forward to it.
What's the duration of this?
Until the king is dead.
Okay.
Chase, I need you to roll me a D100, mate.
All right. I'm here.
After the fight or one of our deaths, I really want to know what did this. Oh no.
Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, right, Chase, this is your new personality trait that will not go away until the king is dead, or you seek serious magical help to basically change your brain.
Magical lobotomy?
Essentially.
Oh fuck.
Uh-huh. Right.
Oh fuck.
Hey, Chase, what was the number that you rolled last time when we had to do this?
I don't know the number, but my trait, it was something like between 1 and 20, I think. And it was a lot funnier than this, but still, this one is...
Yes, last time he had something along the lines of, nothing is more important to me than admiring my own reflection.
Yeah.
And anyone who doesn't appreciate my beauty is a fool. Unfortunately, Alistair just rolled slightly higher than the 20 or below to get that one. But instead he got one that is possibly more funny. So you have your personality traits. That trait happens to just about anybody within a certain region of the king. So you can take that as read that he is
nearby.
He is on his way. And CD Jean d'Armagnac, the bishop, turns around to you, winks, and says, "And this is over. I really have to show you my appreciation for it." And
yeah, I was about to say. So when do we reach Horny Town?
And meanwhile, the guy near you, Bertrand, is seems to be admiring himself in your breast armor. For some reason he's looking past the boobs into his own reflection, and just checking the cut of his beard. He's actually moved his face armor up and just making sure his beard is is in fine form.
How insulting! I'll slap him.
Right. So there you go. You all have slightly weird and twisted features, so to speak. Weirder and more twisted than before, I should
I
say.
was about to say, what's new?
At which point you kind of hear, Grigori, you're hidden, yes? You're there.
I'm invisible.
Right, roll me a perception check, chap.
And again, I am invisible. Perception.
Okay. Yeah, a rumbling. Not sure how far away it is, but there is definitely the sounds of horses. Indeed.
And that sounds more like gargling, but we'll take it.
Quite. And then a few moments later, notice. Oh, I say turn. God damn it. You know what?
All right, kiddies, it's time to play with your imagination.
And
Just picture the horses going in the right direction.
Mer?
Mer, indeed.
Oh no, my immersion. It is ruined.
Shall we have another 10-15 minute break for you to position the carriages?
God damn it. No. It's fucking
Kiki,
horses
Puck's
have
coming
moved.
up to help.
Puck has come up to help. He's helping.
If
Alright.
Puck is helping, I will be switching to my other device.
What if Puck is not helping? Does that mean you'll be staying on the same one?
There we go. Finally. Right. Okay. Do you, at this point, I'm going to give you the option to fire or not fire.
Just to check, Trig.
Not
Do these
quite
look?
yet.
Do these look like very well decorated and expensive gold-leafed carriages, or are they just random peasants?
Good question. Good question. These are indeed very finely goldly decorated carts. These are probably you could probably buy a small island or two with the gold, the weight of the gold that's on these carts.
Does this island that you mentioned have a silver mine on it by chance?
Does not have a silver mine on it.
No!
It has a
Guys,
dodgy
I think these are the wrong
recreation.
carts. We should let him pass.
No, this has this island I'm talking about has a dodgy recreation of an Egyptian temple on it, and certain alcoves for receiving massages. No, nobody recognised what I'm talking about there. Good. You're all probably far better off for not recognising Jeffrey Epstein's island.
I thought that was what you were referencing.
When this cart is approximately half its own length further down the road, as in when this bit gets to around here, that is when Alistair is going to unleash a wall of flames, igniting the two explosives.
Wouldn't you want to wait for the first card to be like completely enveloped?
That's what he said.
That's what I just said.
Okay, then I didn't hear it correctly.
No, you didn't.
Click on the Gargarax, the big Gargarax, and set that to being a on the map layer. since that isn't something that's going to be moving, there's no reason for it to be movable.
God.
I think he just put the cart on the map layer.
I did
He
just put the
just put
cart on
the
the...
map layer. Should I fiddle around with this?
By all means, if you wish to, yes.
I mean, is it really worth faffing about it so much when we're just about to blow it up?
It's not. But there we go.
Let's just put in position to explode.
There we go. The Garax of Boom is now on the map layer.
And now no one can see it. Oh wait, no, he's still there.
That's fine.
Yes.
So about there is where you wanted to explode, is that right?
That seems about right.
Although the fact that it's taking such an odd swerve to the left of the side of the road is a bit odd.
Oh my god. Shit.
But yes.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's getting worse.
It is getting worse.
Control Z. Control Z.
Control Z indeed.
Oh my
There's
God,
no Control Z in Roll20. Oh no, they're merging.
Right, there's your 4 carts. You can't see the other one, but there are 4 carts there.
Awesome.
Right. That's pretty much perfect.
Okay.
Alistair does walls of fire related things, whilst also screaming something about hell and visiting you there when you arrive.
Okay. You have significant amount of initiative on this. Your wall of fire rains down. Would you like to put that wall of fire down? It is down that line there.
Sure. It is. Specifically, the wall of fire actually actually appears in the form of cubes, which is mildly irritating. But I'm just going to go ahead and draw 4 cubes, and if you want to go ahead and position them, Trig, I will complain if I disagree with any of their placements. Let's see.
There they are.
Oh well, it's not. It doesn't come in the form of cubes. That's Firestorm. My bad. I'm sorry.
Is this looking about right where I'm going, or do you...
Yeah, that's about right. I'll go ahead and I'll draw a big sausage. Give me just a moment. Freehand.
I would like if I can to
that big old sausage.
Right. Almighty explosion followed by almighty explosion happens as you do that.
Yeah, as I see these carts coming in, can I have the rest of these paladins and clerics join me in prayer, dedicating this battle and the deaths therein to our Lord and Savior Mars?
Okay. So as this firewall is happening, you're making a prayer, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would like to dedicate this battle to firing the bloody cannon.
Give it time. Give me a
if I
second.
may.
Give me a second. Right, in that case, Alistair, and in fact, all of these people, I'm just going to put a little marker on them. All of these people are going to have a little ninja marker on them because, like, actually no, they're going to have a heart. There you go. Because everyone that was within a 20-foot radius of Grace, anyone that can hear Grace, essentially, is now has advantage on.
Apparently, Theo activates the Alexa and then
Prince back.
Yes.
And he has. He's running really fast. He has enough time. Right. Okay. So.
Shall we put in a little marker for where the Alexa has been left?
There's a grace blade there.
Ah, excellent. Ah, yes, and I can now see the faint orb.
Right, everybody. Why is Grace's health so low?
Oh, because I haven't added my health to it.
Right. Okay. So everybody in that little area there. So all of that group there have advantage on their rolls for the duration of the battle because that just seems to be what happens when Grace says a good prayer. Do you have a prayer? Do you have anything particularly rousing to say, or are you just going to dedicate it?
I'm just dedicating this battle to Mars. This is the Demon King.
Okay. I thought we were going to have a Tanya the Evil moment there for a second.
We were, and then I thought I don't have I don't have anything that isn't just the cringe.
Okay. Two bloody great big explosions happen, and Garrow, you would like to fire the gun as well, yes?
Yes, the guns! Fire the guns!
Fire the gun.
Yes, Theo, we have read your message of turning on the Alexa and dashing back.
Oh, I had it around. And you lose something that. So just there we go.
If it helps, it's right here.
I know where it is. I'm trying to find the thing so I can just do the cannon salvo. Actually,
Does 7 mean I actually missed?
it's actually not done as much as you'd have liked.
Has it just exploded in my face?
It is indeed a critical failure. The gun has exploded. And failed rather badly. It has done no damage. I would like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. You gain
We did it,
advantage.
guys.
Am I deaf, blind, or otherwise incapacitated?
You are not deaf, blind, or any otherwise incapacitated. Might just be.
Okay, so I'll have advantage on this.
You have advantage on this. You have successfully dodged that. In that case, roll me a d10 and take half of what it does.
We did
Damage.
it, guys. We screwed up the most simple task.
Take 2 damage from the organ gun. The organ gun is in little pieces. Somehow it has exploded. Destroyed itself.
Oh, damn it. I told you guys we need to do more drills.
Right, okay.
So yeah, that's happened.
Yeah, rest in peace, organ gun.
We literally carried this, pulled this thing halfway across France.
For it to explode.
And the one time we use it.
For it to explode and do nothing apart from damage the user. Kind of ironic.
I mean, kind of sums up French engineering, just saying.
Right, okay. The explosions, however, have done quite a lot of damage. Let me just roll a d4.
Well, at least 3 of the 4 carriages are having some amount of damage dealt to them.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And out of the third carriage, smashes his way out of the side, a rather scary looking demon king. I will do damages for these guys in just a moment. Out of the lead carriage. Pulls out these two guys. And out of this carriage, 2 Meriliths. Somewhat upset with their situation.
Important question, by the way. The big bada booms did go big bada boom.
Oh,
right?
they did. Like I said, I'm going to do damage for them in just a moment.
Oh,
I'm just pulling the guys out onto the pitch so I can deal with a few bobs. I don't know. There we shoot. Right. And for some reason, all of their freaking attribute things has failed. Don't know, but they have. Jean, or the daughter of the king has taken a hit by an explosion that's gone off right underneath. Somewhat.
well, knowing how she responded last time she was in a situation like this, presumably she's mildly irritated and about to teleport away at high speed.
She's somewhat irritated, definitely. The 2 pit fiends on the lead carriage took a big hit, and in fact, I'm just going to roll their damage. Except the freaking. Oh. Fine.
Ooh, what's gone wrong this time?
Nothing that health bars have not appeared on any of these things. I think I didn't save them. When I should have saved them. But that's okay. And they have both taken. Fuck all. Sorry about that. She had the potential to actually take a lot of damage there, but she seemed to soak it all.
Wait, did she really take 4 damage?
Yeah.
From a cask of gunpowder going off at her feet?
Yes.
I don't know, Trick. Something doesn't quite seem right.
I rolled 2d10 for it. What do you want me to do?
I don't know, 60-10?
the reason I'm rolling 2 and 3d10 is these guys are basically resistant to bludgeoning and fire damage. That should have been 6 and 4d10, but
Fair enough.
these are rather nasty.
Just literally made of bullshit.
These are very nasty creatures. They're not literally made of bullshit. These are literally straight out of the fucking cannon.
Well, if that's the case, no wonder it exploded when I tried to fire it.
Yeah, well, yes, there is that.
Do you think if
Next time I ask you guys to load a cannon, I'm going to check the ammunition. Stop putting demons in my cannon.
I mean,
I blame user error. You're supposed to light it from the top, not the front.
No, I'm pretty sure I lit it correctly. Its exploding was nothing to do with any rolls I made, so I'd say it's shoddy workmanship, or the fact that we put demons in it.
Joan is going to be. So she gets 15. Fiends go first, I'm afraid. And Horned got back here. Right. Game on. Garrow. You've had your initiative turn. It is your go. Have at it, mate.
You get the ruler out.
Oh, what is the fire damage for the firewall? Count that.
Ginger?
Firewall.
Oh, sorry. Yes. The damage?
Yes, please.
5d8, it looks like.
Yeah.
If they failed a dex save, or half they succeed.
5d8. So that is the damage that the spell does. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay.
Alright, so the firewall does nothing.
I mean,
I mean, don't get too upset. I mean, they may pass their dex save and take even half of that.
they're resistant to fire.
A quarter of that.
Guys, sorry, I missed one.
Oh, okay.
Because this is a 4th level spell being cast at 5th level. I get to deal an extra 3. So that's 17 damage instead of 14.
Oh, nice. They might even take 4 damage.
Yeah.
You're right, they might.
So far, we have ambushed. So far, we have done the equivalent of ambushing people by surrounding them on all sides and then proceeding to fire spit wads at them.
So it's more like
think that's
feathers.
I think that's unfair. I think maybe stale marshmallows is a better medium.
I don't know. Stale marshmallow can really hurt.
Only if you eat it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And judging by their rolls. They did not eat it.
They did not. Right,
Isn't it such a shame that all our damage is fire based? I mean, look, I'm fine. I attack with thunder and force and lightning occasionally.
Okay, well, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, let's see. I have 40 movement points. Nothing is in melee range of me. Nope. So I suppose I could dash up to this guy, and that would be my turn. And I think first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Eye of Storm myself. No, first thing I'm going to do is use Rage. So, yep. Angry Garrow's angry and will be lightning bolting things from next turn onwards. And then I'm going to put the shield, which is... God, what was that? So that's that. And then, yeah, I will run at the Gargarax clone up here. Because how dare someone else try to dress like the Great Gargarax?
Yeah, as
You're running straight at a pit fiend.
Yeah.
Dear God. Okay.
You bonus action to rage, right?
Yeah,
Right?
I've already raged.
He
Yes.
has raged, so he's going to take half the humongous amount of damage that he's about to take. And broken cover as well. And now not in a radius where he can't be charmed.
Mm-hmm.
God.
So, yeah, to get right next to this guy is a dash, so that will be my entire turn.
Okay.
powerful stretch.
Let's see how it pays off for him.
Mm.
All right.
I mean, the alternative was I just
Not
sat
just
there
you,
and
Gary.
twiddled thumbs because I have no range attacks.
Right. Okay. Let's first of all point out that within 20 feet of the pit fiend, you need to roll a DC 21 Wisdom saving throw, to see whether or not you're basically rendered terrified.
Does that still take into effect when someone is raging?
I don't know. Does your rage stop you from a fear aura?
I don't know.
Please know your
I am
character.
asking the DM.
I don't know your character. You know. Your
I don't
character.
I do not have a standard barbarian. This is why I'm asking the question.
Ginge, does rage stop him from being
Garrow?
fear aura?
Garrow has nothing in his kit that prevents him from being feared.
Right.
Right.
Roll me the DC 21, please. On your wisdom.
16.
You are afraid. And okay.
Oh, and look at whose turn it is.
Yeah. He is going to bite you. He's then going to claw you. He's then going to hit you with his mace. And then his tail. Because you just run straight at him. So. This is the bite attack. Does 24 hit?
24 does hit.
In that case, you must take 21 damage and a DC 21 Constitution saving throw, or
Hang
become
on,
poisoned.
I've got to do some quick maths here. I take 1 point of damage.
Okay, do the Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. This one? Is it
Right.
22 a pass?
22 does pass. You are lucky. Read that. That would have really knackered you. You are then going to be hit by a claw. Does 21 hit?
21 does hit.
2 damage.
That halving is 11.
Does 32 hit?
I believe it does.
15, 18 fire damage. Nice.
As you don't understand the opportunity you're being given. You can just say no.
Now my AC is 19. Yeah, the guy's rolling well. Okay, so what is that? It's 15 over 2 and 18 over 2. Okay.
And his tail attack does 16 damage, so that's some damage.
Okay.
That is Pit Fiend number 1. Pit Fiend number 2. I actually can't see Garrow at the present moment because there is a burning cart in the way in between them.
Yes.
Which is
Wall of fire.
rather fortunate.
Now, remembering back to the start of the fight, did we not say that since Garrow goes first, he gets an opportunity to kill himself like the rest of us have?
we did say exactly that. He has indeed taken this opportunity to kill himself rather impressively. I really wasn't expecting that.
I literally had nothing else to do with my turn, so.
I mean, yeah, but running out going, please, face rape me, here it is, take me now, is an interesting choice when you could
Drake,
just...
my only alternative this battle would have been to just sit and do nothing for the entire battle. I have no range capabilities at all.
You could have sat and waited rather than going, I can't seem to attack it with a ranged attack, so I guess I'll commit suicide.
Yeah, it's more fun this way.
Okay, the other Pit Fiend is... I'm just going to roll a d8 on this one. Work out which direction he's by the good old-fashioned way. He is actually going to try and fly over the firewall to help his buddy out.
I mean, I don't see why he has to try and fly over it.
Why is that?
He can just fly through it.
He could fly through it, but he's going to fly over it and land there.
He'd only take a whopping 3 damage.
I mean, it's kind of toasty. He lands over there and takes a good old look around, and in fact, he's gonna roll a perception. Have a perception. Just roll a d. He sees the burning wreckage of the organ gun, and
gets monumentally pissed off and attacks the organ gun.
casts this spell.
Huh.
"30 feet. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, he can't
He can see me.
see you. Can't detect.
I think he could already see me.
He can't detect the paladin that's hiding behind the only just, but he can't. Right. Okay. In that case, Chase, it is your go. What is CD going to do?
Let me see.
Timing.
Perfect timing indeed. Garo is over here.
Yeah. You are a healer if you want to help him.
I can't make it to you to cast the spell. So I'll just.
Garrow, if we keep him alive, is actually a pretty solid tank because he's the only one that halves the damage coming at him.
Yeah.
Also, anything near me gets electrocuted every turn. Well, anything bad.
Don't worry, I have Revivify, so if you fall down, we can just get you back up.
But if he falls down and you revivify him, then he's not raging anymore, so his damage isn't half.
At least till next turn. Do you have anything that could, like, tie these guys up so they can't move? Like,
actually, yeah, I have. Let me
something?
just not spike growth, entangle. I think it's called.
Spike growth could be good though. That sounds fun.
20-foot square. What do you want? Let me see here.
Spike growth do.
Let me cast it. Let me show you entangle, and let me show you spike growth.
You wouldn't happen to have call lightning, would you?
Call lightning? Wait, I think I do get it.
Yeah, this spike growth looks pretty good. 20-foot radius centered on the point within range, and it's difficult terrain, and anything that moves with it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking fantastic spell, but it's for only blocking them from moving.
Yes, but it also hits us, which is the major issue.
Yes. Well, I think I'm going to cast Call Lightning on this demon over here.
Okay.
Let me just. "10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius. Some point you can see. So 60-foot radius, and dexterity saving throw. Let me just show it to you.
DC 17.
So it would be 60 foot, like around. I can't hit her and him the same fucking attack. So I guess I'll just hit him. Wait.
60-foot
60 foot radius. Yeah, that means it's from this point, like 60 between here and here, right?
It's 120 foot wide, yes.
Oh fuck! I think I can hit everything then.
You can pretty much hit everything. Yeah. In fact, if you center it on Joan, oh no. Yeah, actually, you'd probably want to be just. You'd probably want to be about. Here, hold on. About there. Would pretty much hit. You wouldn't hit these guys at the back here, but you would get everybody else.
I'll center it around here then.
Okay.
Right, I cast.
Are you about to lightning bolt me?
No, I'm about to lightning bolt literally everything else.
Ah, alright.
Like, it's 60 feet, so you're out of range.
It's 60 foot, but the lightning bolt itself isn't 60 foot wide.
Yeah.
It looks to me that you pick a single point was in there, and anything within 5 foot of that point takes damage.
Correct. Basically, the way to think about it is this spell is a reusable casting of the Shatter spell. For as long as you can maintain it, you can use your action to just go blap and hit something with lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And you only get, and for the entire duration of that spell, which is up to 10 minutes, which is basically an entire combat encounter, it's just one spell slot for continuous blastings of lightnings.
Pretty
Yeah,
powerful.
and I bless this guy over here that's fighting him, this spot specifically, and he takes 3d10 damage.
If he fails his deck save, 17.
Yeah, did he roll it?
Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
First of all, Chase, roll the 3d10.
Roll the 3d10. What? He's
In that
taking
case, unless
18
he's
damage.
lightning.
Other mate.
Oh, there you go.
The other mate is taking.
No, that would only hit the one guy.
Only hitting the one guy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Cold lightning produces
Yeah, this guy.
a stack. Okay, let me explain it to you in full so that everybody understands. Cold lightning produces a cloud which hovers over the entire area, a cloud which is 120 feet across. On the turn that the spell is cast, and every other turn that it is able to be sustained for, Chase is then able to use his action to cause that cloud to strike a location with lightning, which hits a 3x3 cube of 3d10 damage.
Right.
Question is, did he upcast this, or did you use only a level 3 spell slot for this CD?
Only a level 3 spell slot.
Alright, so yeah, that's 3d10 damage.
Yep. That is what he has taken.
That's done nearly as much damage as an explosion.
More, I would say.
So it is basically a circle about. Ish that big.
It's centered around this point over here. So it would.
Right, I would suggest just putting it a little thing on the field and then putting a 60-foot aura on that thing.
I'll just put yet another grace on the aura of, what do we say, 60 foot?
60 foot. I could also recommend it making it magenta for easily identifiable.
I don't speak gay colours, so I'm going to make it.
Even better.
He says that every time I name a colour.
He calls it gay and suggests
That may be a commentary on you, Kiki.
Start using colours like magenta and rose. Fucking nonsense. Pale red.
Cool ivory.
Right, okay, so.
You're not a fan of ivory?
Hold on a second. Right, well, Sadie's taking his go. Is that all your? Is that your entire go? Chase?
What did he say?
Is that your go? Complete?
Yeah, that's everything I can do.
In that case,
But I'm willing to
the
do.
King of France is going to take a legendary action. And going to cast a spell on Garrow.
You cast a spell on me?
Yes. Going to cast. Where is it? Fucking so Discord.
Ah, I so should have linked you. No.
Is that a spell that forces me to take the Discord app and bury it in the ground?
No, it's a spell that forces you to take some various balls of coloured blue yarn and create the Discord logo.
Hold on. Ah! Discordant Whisper. Casts this thing.
Is this something I have to wisdom or charisma save?
It will require a. In fact, Crown of Madness might.
I believe Crown of Madness was charisma.
Wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, in fact, let me.
DC?
21.
Alright. Here we go. 5. Did I pass?
You do not
Oh yeah,
pass.
that's awesome.
Whilst the target is, you must wear a twisted crown of jagged iron appears over your head. So we'll just give.
Does it go on top of my 2 other hats? I've literally just got a stack of hats now.
Sort of. This one floats above the others. Let's find a thing. You know what, that will do for the time being. And the madness grows in your eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach. On subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell. Also, the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the spell ends. Is a concentration spell. You are now going to be attack your nearest friend on your turn.
Ah, shit.
Yes, fine,
All
CD. You're not Garrow's friend.
Right.
Let's see who is the closest, though.
It is now Grace's turn.
Okay. Let's have a look. What's in range? I think I'm gonna have to javelin because I didn't think we want to be throwing our position away just yet. Yeah, everything's to the south, so I may as well. I'm gonna come to. Yeah, I can make it to here. Am I then still in cover?
You will be still in cover. They will know you're there. If you're riding a horse over across there, they will see that. Or at least two of the two pit fiends will see that. And the king.
That is fine. I shall bring myself over. And apologies. I'm gonna cast which again my macros are all over the place. I'm just gonna open the sheets. Crusader's Mantle.
Holy power radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius, awakening boldness in friendly creatures. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. While in the aura, each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage when it hits with a weapon attack. Groovy.
And that's my action actually. I can't take any I can't really do anything else.
Okay, so you've just run from one area of cover into another area of cover. Okay. Groovy. It's Joan's turn. She is essentially going to got there, shouting various expletives. And
Oh shit! Apparently, Chase's power's gone out.
oh damn!
That's not good.
I've ignored this one. I've just dragged it down there so I can use the macros.
Well, I hope he comes back before it's his turn, because I don't really want to attack him if he's not here.
Right. Okay. It is now the king's turn. And
Wait, didn't he get his turn earlier?
legendary action.
That was a legendary action.
Ah, see.
Move to there.
Apologies. How long did you want those chickens in?
The chickens need to be going for, I think it's about 35 minutes.
Okay.
A crown of madness, concentration. He can't. Can he cast any other spell that's not a concentration spell, or is it?
You
any
can cast non-concentration spells, but other concentration spells will cancel out that previous one.
Correct.
Not a concentration.
Uh-huh. It
Is
says right there, duration, concentration up to 10 minutes.
It is not a concentration spell. What I'm looking at them. It is a spell called Dissonant Wound. Range of 60.
Ah.
Unfortunately, CD's not here to deal with it.
I can get up his
Ah,
character
what-
sheet if you like.
Would it perhaps be prudent to put this off until he can join us?
I mean, yes.
Given he's like one of our most versatile spellcasters.
It is unfortunately unlikely that he's going to be able to join us for the rest of the night, however.
Yeah.
Given that, you
Now,
know.
okay.
I realise that.
Okay, so what we can do is, it is either a case of we finish this combat turn and go, okay, we will put a pin in this and wait for Chase to be. It's very likely this battle is going to rage on for a little while. If he's out for the count, so to speak.
In
I have a suggestion.
In the meantime, I'm going to send you, Craig, a short book of spells that I should have sent you much earlier.
Should we continue on with the battle until we get to Chase's turn?
I think that's a better
At which
idea.
point, if he hasn't returned, call an end to the session.
I think that's a great idea. We are going to cast Dissonant Whispers on. It is.
Okay.
That
I'll
spell
go ahead and roll his save.
is going to be. It is going to be wisdom. Hold on a second. Where is his spell save?
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Not a. That. Why is his spells DC not all nonsense? It should be 20.
Regardless, I'm sure 21 passes.
You'd be surprised, actually. Hold on a second. Let me dig up the book. Spell DC either 21 or 23. Look at this. DC 23.
Well, there is some good news. Crown of Madness has to have your action spent on it to maintain it. So
Yeah.
by him casting this, that frees up Gara.
Damn. Yes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gara is free. That, however, has landed. So taking psychic.
And what is the secondary effect? Must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty simple. I'll go ahead and use CD's reaction to have him run to here. You see what Chase just said.
Yeah, he's
Apparently,
not going to
5
be back
blocks have
tonight.
had their power cut. They expect it to last till tomorrow evening.
Okay. In that case, yes, we will complete this turn until its chases go and he gets to start the fight anew, whether that be tomorrow or it is, however, now Alistair's turn.
Yep, give me a moment. I'm just typing to Chase to explain the situation.
Situation is, CD ran away in fear.
He did.
Right. Well, seeing as the Wall of Fire is clearly having a truly dramatic effect, but ultimately doing nothing.
It's a blocking line of sight.
Blocking line of sight.
Yeah. I suppose it doesn't really take much to just simply maintain the effect. But what is going to happen is, let's see. Right. Alistair is going to cast something rather nasty. First of all, though, I need to do a bit of distance measuring. Ooh, he is just in range of helping his friend. Kablam! Right on the Pit Fiend that is currently fighting Garrow.
Pit Fiend that is currently fighting Garrow needs to roll a DC 7. Sorry, DC 17. Yeah.
Yep.
What spell DC is that? The dexterity, isn't it?
That's a 17. Yep. That's a save, meaning all of that damage gets halved, apart from the fire damage, which gets quartered. Yay!
Yes, it does. So he takes 5 from the fire damage and 7
Darn shame all our spells are fire-based.
Hmm. Let's see. Actually, he takes an extra 5 damage, radiant,
Yeah,
because of this.
really.
And as a bonus action, Alistair is going to heal Garrow with his healing light.
Okay,
And
what does that do?
let's see. Pool of d6s that I spend. Number of times equal to my warlock levels. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to expend 6 of these. Slash are what? 6d6. And heal you for this much.
29.
At least one of my things rolled high.
Hey, take whatever I can get.
And that is the end of Alistair's turn. I forget, what's the effect that Grace gave us with that, with those little heart symbols
Advantage.
on?
All rolls.
Ooh,
Helpful. Don't suppose you can do that again, where on this side of the battlefield, Kiki.
I don't think Mars would appreciate me trying to game him.
It is literally cast prayer at the beginning of battle, and everyone around it that hears the prayer will gain advantage.
Ah, fair enough.
I did come up with something retroactively if people want to see cringe, but
You like to read it?
sure.
Read it.
Men, we are blessed with the opportunity to face the Lord of Hell himself. Those who fall here shall be immortal in the Lord's mighty halls, enshrined in his glory. Those we slay shall fall in his name. May our steel cut true. May he watch us today and be not ashamed. Amen.
Excellent. Yes, definitely. Rousing.
I mean, it's reasonably cringe. I would just wanted to make a joke on Be Not Afraid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It is old Bertie's turn, isn't it?
I believe so.
And
You know, I just noticed you didn't put the bishop on the turn order.
true.
Unless he moves with his paladins.
you know what? We'll have him moving with his paladins.
No, they move in an L shape, whereas he moves diagonally.
Yes. Hand axes can be thrown, can't they?
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent.
I believe they have a range of 30 foot at base.
Yeah, I think it's 30-60 in it.
30,
I think
60.
it might be, yeah.
As he has advantage on stuff, gonna take a pot shot, throwing it a full 60.
I would tell Alistair to duck here, but he's so short it probably doesn't matter.
He is going to throw his hand axe at the pit fiend that is attacking Garrow, and it hits.
Nice.
Oh, what did he roll there? Did not.
He rolled minimum damage.
Did roll.
How many hand axes?
You know,
and how many attacks does he have?
He only has. He has 2 attacks. He hand axes. You know what? He has 2. He's going to throw both of them because he also crits on an 18. The second one bounces off. That's a shame. Nonetheless, one hand axe whacks into and sticks into the shoulder of a pit. He looks at the scratch that is behind him.
Puck.
He is essentially very, very large.
First actual damage. Wow.
Demons are just going to charge forward to back up anything. I don't think they've seen anybody at this point. Probably still can't by the time they've finished their move. Paladins. The Paladins all charge up their weapons with elemental weapons.
Ah, excellent. Let's hope they don't choose fire.
They are not choosing fire. They are got nice big glowy radiant swords.
Excellent.
Not completely retarded.
Wait, they don't have the radiant.
I mean, they kind of are
It's
because
not
they
radiant an
just
option?
picked an element they don't have.
Then maybe they are.
You got acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
They're going to pick lightning in that case because that's easily as cool.
And surely they would also recognize that CD just demonstrated how effective lightning is.
Lightning, yes, they're familiar with their lore. I am less familiar with their lore. But yeah, they have charged up their weapons and can do a huge amount more at this point in time. They've got 2 attacks, but because of the caster spell, that's pretty much all they can do on that. I think that as bonus action, parry or prepare or something like that on a bonus action. Make themselves ready. But essentially, you know what? Actually, let's have a look. Fuck me. They're going to be brave. Fuckers are going to leap out and run.
I can't let the strange hat-wearing guy have all the glory.
Run to your defense.
Oh, he's new go to inspire people.
That is. There we go. They're going to run out like absolute madmen. Somewhat inspired by things, stuff. You know what? You know what? Who else hasn't?
The bishop.
Mike.
Oh yeah, he is here somewhere, isn't he?
He is here. You know what? Let's get the bishop and Mike onto the field as well. In that case, because they are kind of important, powerful.
Where is he actually?
Where is who?
Where is Mike? I don't see his token.
He's right next to the bishop.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see him now.
Right. We'll have him make his move as well.
Theo, can you hold on just a second so you can take your turn?
You know what,
Awesome.
Theo, take your turn. Take your turn, and let me work out what Mike is doing, because he is going to.
He wants to know which one has lost the most hit points.
Which one out of what? Who? Which monster?
Out of the bad guys he can see, I
The
imagine.
one standing right in front of Garrow.
We are focusing fire and achieving
Awesome.
shockingly little.
You would like to focus fire on that one.
Fine, take your shot.
Theo, do the attack. Is he in sneak?
He's invisible at the present moment. I don't think he could be much more sneaky.
Yes, that is great. Yes, you get sneak attack, Theo. Do the thing.
Seems to be invisible. That definitely hits. And 33 is quite powerful. Is it it's not a magical.
It is a magical bow.
Magic is Marks and Spencer's short, not magic.
Yep. Oh. It says +1 magic on the damage, but okay.
I don't know why it says +1 damage on the M&S short bow. It is not a magical item. It's +1 to hit, not +1 damage.
Huh?
That's going to need editing then. I can do that now if you like.
Fine. Either way.
Theo, do you get another attack?
The M&S stuff was Mastercraft?
Masterwork?
Masterwork rather. Not magical.
Alright, well. He says that's his turn.
Nonetheless, you've done a chunk of damage.
He would like to stealth.
He can stealth. Roll stealth. Or you. Yeah, that's fine. You're in a bush and behind a big old fucking barricade. No problem at all.
He has disappeared. Alright, good night, Theo.
Right, I'm gonna take. For some reason, we're going to take Jean and yeah, we'll take his turn, and we'll take Mike's turn. Because both of them are actually going to do the same move. Are you familiar with this spell?
I'm familiar with it.
Right. Good. Because Mike casts it on the big nasty in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Why? Why not this one?
I mean, go for the healthiest one, surely.
I mean, okay, fine, sure. If you like.
Can we banish the king?
You can. It's got to succeed a charisma saving throw. Banished. The saving throw is 15.
That is not great.
So, charisma saving throw on the pit fiend. Got to beat 15, or it gets banished. It beats it. So that has failed.
Indeed.
Mike is not going to be doing that again, but however, Jean is going to try the same spell. And his spell DC is a bit higher. Is 8.
Oh, if you upcast it, you can do it on multiple targets.
Really matter. He's still got a 21. Yeah. Yes. He has 3 spells at that level, so he can have another. That Pit Fiend did not get banished. Worth a shot, certainly, and you know what? Little base Inquisitor, dude is going to take his turn at the same time as Mike. He's not as good as Mike, but he... Where the hell? He's going to have a go at banishing him as well. It's not going to work. Holy shit.
It worked.
It worked. There is a faint popping noise. And a Pit Fiend ceases to be standing in the battle. Holy shit.
Yeah, he has no chance of doing it.
Give it a go anyway.
And then it worked.
Yeet. Exactly. Right, okay.
I think that's the entire turn order.
That is the entire turn. You know what? I think we should leave it at that particular point in time rather than waiting for Garrow to take an attack and then the remaining Pit Fiend who is suddenly going, what the fuck now? And incidentally, just as a point of note, Gargarax is sitting there pouring himself a nice cup of tea, and suddenly a Pit Fiend has appeared in his living room. For no particular reason. He's like, the party is tomorrow. What the hell are you doing here?
I was about to say, I imagine Gargarax is elated with this.
He's a little surprised. He wasn't expecting it, and will immediately go and rustle up some libations for him. So, I
Before
guess
we
you
wrap
really
up,
want.
Greg,
Sorry, pardon. What?
before we wrap up, it was pointed out to me I could have done something on my turn, and I was wondering if you'd let me wreck on it.
What
It
is
doesn't
it you
do
would
any
like to
damage.
do? Okay.
I would cast the spell Heroism, which apparently when I click on it doesn't work. There you go. Basically, it'll get rid of the fear.
The fear was cast as was basically as you ran. Were you going to cast that as you ran in?
Well, as after I ran in, I get an action, right?
Wait, where did you run in from?
Where the gun is, the cannon.
Yeah, where the cannon is. You
And
had,
I get
if I
40
remember,
of movement.
if I remember rightly, you basically raged, and was there anything else you did? You raged and ran
Did you not
straight
make
in.
an attack?
I
Yeah.
raged. I did my free lightning shield thingy, and then I wasn't able to get into attack range, so I
Right.
just moved my full distance.
Okay.
If you don't want me to work on it, that's fine. I'll just do it at the start of my next.
I was going to say, I mean, what is it? Is it a?
It is a level 1 spell.
Would that have been affected by the fact that for a moment there you were charmed?
That's a good question. Does charm break concentration?
I don't believe Crown of Madness is a charm.
It does say charmed in the
Oh, in
description,
that case, it is a charm.
and I think.
And yes,
probably...
if he had cast heroism on himself before the Crown of Madness, then the Crown of Madness would have basically hit him and then fizzled.
No,
Really?
it wouldn't have affected the Crown of Madness. It would have affected the heroism. Would not have been concentrating after that.
It's also worth noting that you can't. It's also worth noting, by the way, that you can't concentrate whilst raging.
So,
well, moot point then.
So, fairly moot point. Yes. I will say.
Probably should have spotted that earlier. Sorry about that, Ez.
I will say, just before we go, in that case, actually, thinking of. I keep forgetting that the king and his daughter both have 3 legendary actions.
Well, they seem to be doing perfectly fine without it.
Yeah.
He already legendary action, didn't he?
Yeah, he has 3 legendary actions per turn.
Every turn. Oof.
Every turn.
I mean, Garrow is seeming to be without a crown right now.
He can actually cast the same spell again. You know what? Let's be a dick, shall we? In fact, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whisper on you. How's that?
Sure. What do I roll?
Dissonant Wisdom is a Wisdom saving throw. You got to beat 23. Not. In which case, take 3d6 psychic damage and run if you can. I think you've moved your maximum movement though, hadn't you?
Yeah.
No. He uses his reaction to move. So he gets a full 30 movement speed.
Oh, okay.
Is that 40 because that's my base movement?
Yes. Yes, you had to run in exactly.
How much damage did you say?
3d6 psychic.
Okay. Seven, so that's 3 damage.
Why is it 3 damage?
Rage halves the damage? No?
Does rage halve the damage of psychic?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
I don't think so, yeah. Take 7 damage.
Alright, 7.
And run away.
7 has been done.
Run.
What am I running from? Just
You're
all
running
bad
from
things,
the
or
you're running from
specifically
the king, exactly the opposite direction of where the king is. You have to run.
So
That'll do.
there then.
That'll do.
Alright.
Yeah, off you go.
Damn it! I'm not even gonna get to just punch something next turn.
Right, it is your turn, and do we want to leave it at that point? In it is nearly 12 anyway. Theo has said goodnight. CD has gone. It's really at this point a bit of a moot one, as because we.
I would argue. Yeah, I would argue. Let's bring this to a close.
I would say that this is half the party has had to go to sleep, because they are weak. And or just had power outage.
In Chase's defense, his country seems to be collapsing,
Yeah.
causing gas power outages.
Yes, I mean the power outage and poison gas attack in a port sounds that
just a tad feddy.
There's a wee bit of a glow about it, but that might just be me. I see glowies everywhere.
I don't see anything with manure exploding this time.
No, so I'm going to leave it there. Good evening, and thank you for watching, everyone that's watching. We do have 2 people watching, so thank you for spending your evening
What's
watching
wrong with
this.
you guys?
I know, right? They're weird. So thank you for that, and we will pick this up, and pretty much this may well be the conclusion of this part of the campaign. Next week, maybe tomorrow. I'm just going to throw that out there. There is a potential, depending on what happens.
I'm not going to be able to do tomorrow.
You can't do tomorrow. Okay, well in that case, it's going to be next week. So tune in next Monday, and of course tune in next Sunday, where we watch the other party trying to work out whether or not they kill the sheriff of a town for very little reason as far as I can tell, but they seem to be set on it. Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
Will have his kneecaps.
Quite. Right, I'm going to end the game there.
Why were we trying to kill the sheriff? I forget.